With more than 135 degrees and certificates, students at UMGC can use prior learning or relevant experience to earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's, and graduate students can transfer up to 12 credits toward their master's. At UMGC, you'll find everything from online to hybrid courses and lifetime career services to scholarship opportunities, making your education journey flexible, fast, and affordable. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 14th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Summer is here, and it's time to enjoy your outdoor oasis as a family. Don't know where to begin? At Stovall & Company, we have everything you need to make your landscaping dreams come true. From premium mulch and topsoil to a wide variety of plants, trees, shrubs, and annuals, Stovall has it all. Check us out at StovallInc.com.
This is Bruce Hagen, the people's lawyer. When I started my firm, it was with the idea of providing personal representation for personal injury cases. We treat everybody like family, and it makes me so proud to work with my son to provide a great family-oriented law firm.
This is Matt Hagen. As a father-son team, we know the importance of working together to get our clients back on their feet. Let us here at Hagen Law be your advocates. You can find everything you need to know at Hagen-Law.com.
Hagen-Law.com.
This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting station. Locally owned and heard throughout Georgia on the Extra app. Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station. Extra 106.3 FM. This is Atlanta's new home for Fox News. Extra 106.3 FM.
The president sends a message to migrants who entered the U.S. illegally. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. As the administration rolls out a new incentive for people to self-deport, offering to cover travel expenses and give them a $1,000 stipend.
It will give them a path to becoming, to coming back into the country.
The president says people who don't self-deport won't have the same potential path to return to the U.S. Tomorrow, President Trump has a first meeting with Canada's prime minister, who's been critical of Trump calls for Canada to become the 51st state and of Trump tariffs.
I'm not sure what he wants to see me about, but I guess he wants to make a deal. Everybody does. They all want to make a deal because we have something that they all want.
This as the governors of 6 Northeast states invite provincial leaders from Canada to discuss tariff impacts. The president's comments coming during an Oval Office event where he announced the 2027 NFL draft will be held in Washington, D.C., also telling reporters the U.S. will help get food to Palestinians in Gaza. He did not comment directly on a reported vote by Israel's cabinet to expand its operations in Gaza to seize all of the Strip. Meantime, Israel's military just confirming airstrikes on Houthi rebels in Yemen after the Iranian-backed Houthis hit Israel's main airport with a missile, injuring several people. 19 states and D.C. are suing the Trump administration over cuts to Health and Human Services.
We are asking the court to halt the unlawful dismantling of HHS, to stop the mass firings, and to restore the life-saving programs that millions of Americans depend on.
New York Attorney General Letitia James, Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announced a plan to restructure and consolidate agencies in March. The U.S. Army pausing flights around the Pentagon for investigation after 2 flights were diverted by Reagan National Airport last week when an Army helicopter on a training mission was told to make another loop before landing. America is listening to Fox News.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Captid Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis, sidekick, producer, and sports raconteur extraordinaire, flying the Mexican flag, my friends, of Cinco de Mayo, and our mechanical mangler at the controls. It's floundered. It's May 5th. I've tried to remember if I ever had an exciting adventure on May 5th at Cinco de Mayo with a girl or a party or anything. I'm trying, or any. I don't think I've ever had a memorable event, unless it was so long ago. I can't remember having one as a married man, because I don't think I'd ever really. None of my wives, I've got over 8 or 9 of them, I can't remember. I don't think we ever went to Cinco de Mayo parties. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Pete Davis, we'll talk. What you're shaking your head? Yes, you've had a couple of hot babes.
Ponchos. They're on Buford Highway across from Green's Liquor. The Monster Margarita. By the second one, you're just blowing bubbles in it with your face.
Yeah, I remember
several dates there on Cinco de Mayo. Plus, there used to be that place Taco Cabana. They're on Piedmont. That used to be open 24 hours with the frozen margarita.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Oh my God, that was great.
Really?
That was wonderful.
I don't know. Now, Flounder, are we allowed to ask you anything about? I guess we can't really talk to Flounder, Mrs. Flounder, Veronica.
No, you can ask me whatever you want. Now, the answer.
No, there's no answering. No. Now, for example, are you and Veronica going out to doing anything tonight, or having a party or anything?
We may go grab some tacos somewhere, because I forgot to put the chicken out to defrost. So we might be going out to eat tonight.
Okay. But obviously, it's not a thing you had on your calendar. Boy, I can't wait for Cinco de Mayo. No. Obviously, yeah. I wonder if is it a thing? I mean, are there? I haven't seen.
I think when you were younger. I mean, when you were younger, it was a reason to go out and party.
Yeah. But I don't think I've ever did. I'm trying to recall. I was never, when I was young, I was either in the Marines and married, and then in school and married, and then when I was, I never, I in Buckhead one day when I told you I had a horrible time at that Cinco de Mayo, and I froze my balls off waiting to get inside because it was like 34 degrees.
That was St. Patty's Day.
That was St. Patty's Day, yeah. Now, again, I can't remember a Cinco de Mayo. Which not that I should, and who cares? But I just. But the reason I mentioned it, among our things today, on kind of a history list stuff of these things. In fact, on Flounder's history list today, it mentions that it's not Mexican Independence Day. That comes in September. And also, this is not a federal holiday in Mexico. It's a voluntary day. It doesn't get any big celebrations in Mexico. In fact, most people don't even think about it. So in Mexico, Cinco de Mayo, according to this, doesn't mean squat. And so, I don't know. I'm just saying it's Cinco de Mayo. And we have some Mexican words of the day to keep our Spanish audience and stuff. And again, I used to, I'll never go back to Mexico for the reasons of what they've done to our country and theirs. And how, in fact, one of our news stories we'll talk about today, Donald Trump told the girl Mexico president, hey, we can send our freaking troops down there and wipe out these freaking cartels for you. She said, no. And the reason is she's a freaking coward. No, senor. No, me love you long time. No, bring troop for the country. No. She's a coward. They're all run by the cartels. What would happen if Mexico didn't have any cartels? And by the way, speaking of that, Flounder's got some sound of what happened on CNN. Saluting, trying to get us to feel sorry for cartel gangbanging murderers. Anyway, that's all coming up here. Anyway, stuff. Pete Davis, your weekend, any exciting trauma? I do know something. We have games and tweets and Flounder's Funnies and Holy Crap at Sports and all, and I want to do a quick sport things come due. But first of all, would you like to tell us about something? I think you've said something happened that that was important to you.
I had 2 things happen. One, yesterday afternoon, I was looking forward to a cookout later on in the day. I'm sitting here on the couch eating a muffin, and I look over in the hallway. I go, well, that's a funny shadow on the wall there at the baseboard. And I kept looking at it, and it was growing. So I got up to walk over there to look at it, and I stepped in a puddle of water.
Oh, boy.
It wasn't a shadow. It was a stain that was starting from the water, building up. A water pipe burst in the bathroom, the main bathroom, had flooded the bathroom. It was flooding the hallway. It was inches away from all the satellite stuff that I have set up here. So I had to grab that up and move out of the way. If I hadn't been sitting there looking at it, if I was asleep.
If you had been at the store or something.
Yeah, the whole house would have flooded. My 3rd flood in 2 years, and it would have destroyed everything. The tongue and groove wood floor and all that stuff. They would have had to rip up all the floor and everything. I just happened to be sitting there on the couch looking at it when it started. It was pure luck. And I mopped for like 2 hours. My mopping muscle here is sore today. I'm just telling you.
I'll bet. Now, what about mold and mildew? You're going to have to tear down those walls and put wall board and stuff?
We got it pretty quick, so it's going to dry out here. I may have to place a little bit of something, but it's not that big a deal because we caught it really, really quick. So
was it a rusted pipe for the old like copper pipes or the lead pipes? I'll bet you.
Plastic.
I was going to say that I had that once in my I don't know what I'm talking about now. I had a certain house at a certain time in my life, and I was sitting in the living room freaking couch with a certain person, and all of a sudden the freaking chandelier. I was on the main floor, and there are bathrooms and the bedrooms are upstairs. I was sitting on the main floor and the couch, and all of a sudden the chandelier, the crystal lighted chandelier, boom, came crashing down, and water pouring out of the chandelier from the ceiling. Oh my God! What the hell is? I mean, seriously, I couldn't believe it. So I'm going to go running upstairs and trying to find a valve to shut off whatever the hell was going on, and we called the fire department because I didn't know whether the ceiling was going to cave in. You know, I had a kid in there. And so the fire department showed up, and they actually had to take their poking sticks and take the whole ceiling down to get all the crap that was on. It was unbelievable. And it was from an upstairs bathtub link, and it was plastic pipes, which, you know, if you're going to get pipes replaced, use copper. Don't use that plastic crap because that's what happens to it. Well, okay, I'm not a maintenance. Okay, don't take my word for it. I'm just saying the word I got was because it was a plastic pipe that went bad, and from now on, use the copper or the real ones or whatever. So, but that'll cost you more. But that's the price. What's that?
Gray plastic, especially. Don't use anything that's
Chinese
gray.
stuff. Isn't that Chinese stuff? Wasn't that the scandal with them or not? Anyway, it's cheap.
The white one burst this time, but yeah, don't ever use the gray. Don't ever use the gray.
Anyway, well, you're lucky. You are lucky. But again, I could have been, it almost hit me in the head. I mean, I was like 2 feet away when it kept crashing down into the living room. Oh,
and that's the first thing that happened. And then last night, Philip, one of our listeners, sent me a video. One of the 2 Spitfires they had that I flew a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
In fact, this month, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
There was one that was an RAF fighter that I flew that was in the war, shot down a Messerschmitt. And they pulled it to the side and worked on the engine twice. And they go, you want to fly the Canadian one from the Royal Canadian Air Force? I said, no, I want the one
British
that actually was in the war.
Yeah,
I
shot
want the real
Messerschmitt,
one.
yeah.
So it took 3 hours for them to fix the engine, got up, flew. It was wonderful, right? Philip just sent me a video showing that the Canadian one went down over the weekend.
Oh, boy. Well,
crashed at a farmer's field. And you know what? They train you to jump out. They train you with the parachute to roll out.
Yeah.
You have a little procedure you do. Then you just roll out. They didn't roll out. He landed it.
Oh, boy.
And it bent the propellers and it took the landing gear out. But he landed it and they walked away from it.
I'll be damned. Well, now see, that's amazing. And you only spend like $260,000 for that 20-minute fake flight inside that hangar where you thought they were actually flying, but they were tipping the wings for you, 2 guys in masks in the back.
I don't know why they blindfolded me. You know, I would like to see the White Desert Dover, but there's a great film. They superimposed my face on it.
Boy, talk about a bucket list. I mean, seriously.
With the exchange rate, it's only $210,000.
And Flounder, and you and Mrs. Flounder, how was your weekend? Any surprise happinesses, or what's going on there?
What did we do? Saturday, we went and watched some of the niece and nephew soccer games.
Oh, did you go to the ball game? Oh, the Braves game?
Yesterday. We went yesterday.
The night game. I thought it was a day game. It was a night game.
It was a night game. We got here early and walked around the Battery and had some food, and then we stayed about.
Was it fun? Good time?
It was a lot of fun. We stayed till about the 5th or 6th inning.
Yeah. And then just time to go, or
yeah, we were tired. We kind of were here all day, and we were ready to go.
Well, plus Flounder is up. I think before I'm at 5:30, but we're texting each other stories, so I don't. Anyway, well, that's good.
You don't wake me up. Winston wakes me up. Winston and Lucas wake me up.
Well, yeah, that'll do it. We haven't seen videos of your little doggy and your little kitty in a while, there, Mister.
I'll get you some this week.
They must be playing. Do some playtime stuff if they play around.
Absolutely,
together. That'd be fun.
And Brian Kemp, we got to talk about.
Oh my God, he just announced. I don't even have the story yet. Apparently, he just announced. Oh, I got to change my thing here. That he is not going to run for the U.S. Senate. So what the hell? I thought that was the only chance Republicans. Well, now who? Now what?
Yeah. Another Kelly Loeffler.
Oh no, Kelly Longhair again? No. I think there's no way. Come on.
They'll screw it up.
And by the way, she's a wonderful woman. She's a terrific gal in every way. It was the wrong choice then, and it'd be the wrong choice now. And I'm sure she wants no part of it. But I don't get it. Has he explained why? I don't even have the story, just a headline. So
it's not right for him and his family that they talked about it long and hard.
Really?
Maybe
Well, then good for him. Then I support him. You got to take your family first. Honestly, I mean, he's served his state, and time to go. I don't know. I mean,
Well, the problem is now who's going to have more momentum for the governorship? Is it going to be Keisha Bong Bottoms or Chris Carr?
Yeah. Well, or I mean, who? I mean, I assume everybody can jump in now.
Never underestimate
Stakey
the
Big Fat Loser probably come back again,
screw
for
it up.
God's sakes. Anyway. By the way, I may be hacking, and I had the strangest cold over the weekend. I kind of hear it in my voice still as we speak. My nose wouldn't stop running. No fever. But hacking cough, I still have it. And the nose thing, it was like, I don't know what the hell's going on. But while I was not going out very far, I watched a little college girls softball. And coming up in a minute, when we come back, the morning show now has got me all kinds of stuff. I don't know what the hell's going on with this whole softball bucket list thing, but it looks like it's spiraling out of control. And I never said I could hit 100 home runs off of Jessie Finch, or whatever her name is. Coming up. Kimmer Peyton Flound at 3:14 already. It's Monday. I think the Braves in Cincinnati taking on tonight. Anyway, look out. Here we go. Look out.
Wherever you are in Georgia, you can stream Extra 106.3 and crystal clear digital with the all-new Extra 106.3 app. Get Extra's live on-air stream in real time, or go back and listen to all your favorite shows, Neil Bortz, or original podcasts, no matter where you go. Grab the Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
All right, I got it. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer smiling away because I have a dentist named Dina Giesler with Atlanta Smiles who can make you smile when you need a little something to help with your mouth. And by the way, your gums are the thing. You really got to take care of your gums because they're what hold your teeth in. Anyway, so seriously, that's the most important thing that I don't people realize. And Dr. Dina once explained to me, people are living a lot longer now than we used to, and so we have to remember to take care and make sure our teeth last as long as we do. And Atlanta Smiles, the name of her practice is Atlanta Smiles, and it's like going to a dental spa. She has a guy dentist here too, but these ladies that she has working with Dr. Dina Giesler, I'm telling you, they're the sweetest, happiest, most wonderful Kimmer babes. I call them. I know they're not offended because they're just happy people. They love what they do. They love their clients. They love their country, and they're happy. And it's just it's a darndest atmosphere. It's like a dental spa. I'm serious. And they do everything, whether it's veneers or cosmetic stuff or cleaning and bridges and crowns using AI like she did for me to build a little thing from right down with the bottom part there. I could show it to you, but it's kind of gross. Anyway, but it's amazing. I mean, modern technology, all this stuff. Dr. Dina was a Navy dentist, and so veterans get an automatic 10% discount right off the top. Just tell them when you make the call. They're waiting for you. And don't forget the gas, and don't forget the doggy. He'll take a little nap in your lap while you're getting your work done. It's the darndest thing you ever saw. So sweet. 404-262-7733 on the web, AtlantaSmiles.com.
You should never need financing for a simple garage door repair, but it's happening here. Out-of-town companies have invaded Atlanta for a cash grab, charging outrageous prices. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Stay local and stay on budget for every opening of your home. All Four Seasons, trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.
Let's be honest, Mom deserves way more than flowers. This Mother's Day, give her something no one else can. Jewelry that you built yourself at D. Geller & Son. It's simple. Come into either of our showrooms in Sandy Springs or Kennesaw, pick a beautiful ring, bracelet, or necklace from our Mother's Day collection, and then pick the birthstones that represent your family. One for each child, each memory, each moment that made her Mom. We'll craft your perfect Mother's Day gift right here in our shop. Our master jewelers will set the stones you chose in the piece you picked, making it one of a kind, just like Mom. Prices start at just $3.95 because at D. Geller & Son, unforgettable doesn't mean unaffordable. So bring the kids, make a memory, Build the best Mother's Day gift of all time. Trust me, nothing you can buy online or off the shelf is going to beat this. Come build your own Mother's Day jewelry only at D. Geller & Son, crafting unforgettable moments since 1939. In Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
So, the doc says I have ED. ED. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's just an abbreviation for a condition so many men have. If I was to be honest, I probably also have a little OCD. I know I have a great HMO. Heck, I even have 3 weeks of PTO. Look, don't let a few letters get you down. If you have ED, there's HELP. Go see Dr. Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. He's an ED specialist that will turn your life around PDQ. ED happens to a lot of men as we age. And just FYI, Dr. Deal can give you back the confidence you need to perform on the JOB. So, ready to take the first step? Quit yelling WTF at your little BFF and visit tbtofga.com. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They can fix your ED ASAP. And before you know it, you'll be screaming OMG.
I'm getting in the game. The world won't be the same. I'm good to go.
Call 404-777-1911 or visit tbtofga.com.
There are nut jobs on the road. Who knows where they learn to drive? If one of them hits you, don't take care of it on your own. Call my friend David Van Sant, 855-GA-INJURY. Van Sant Law, one of Georgia's top-rated personal injury lawyers and car accident firms. Time is of the essence. Don't waste any. The longer you wait to get the right lawyer, the longer it takes to get the compensation you deserve. Call Van Sant Law today. The number is 855-GA-INJURY. VanSantLaw.com.
Always get what you want.
Here's the Stones. I like this song.
You can't always get what
I like this one, and I like Fade Away.
You can't always get what you want.
But they didn't like Donald Trump either.
Not Fade Away.
Not Fade Away, yeah.
You get what you need.
Stones, baby. 2016, the Rolling Stones told Donald Trump, stop playing our song during your campaign for president. The Stones issued a statement saying the presidential candidate did not have their permission to use their music. The 69 hit, You Can't Always Get What You Want, had been a particular favorite during his campaign.
Does he need their permission? Those songs are licensed or registered by another.
Yeah, I think they have to pay, but I think if you pay a copyright fee, it's like, in other words, we're playing it now, but it's only because I think the station has a right to play license to play it. Yeah, so I assume the campaign took care of the right. Although I think there have been cases where they were not allowed to use it because they did not get the rights. Not this song. I don't know about this song, but there have been cases of that. Yeah. So anyway, but again, jeez, give me a break. It's the freaking Stones, you know. You guys, we don't want your president using our music. Well, screw you, Patty boy. If it weren't for Americans, you wouldn't be nothing. In fact, that made the Rolling Stones the world heroes because of freaking America. If they had been just a British band and no one in America had ever played their stuff, they wouldn't be doing squat. They still wouldn't be doing any freaking tours. America made that band famous and rich. You know, all the chicks run lining up for you in America, scumbag. Oh, sorry. That was a little.
Patty boy?
I'm sorry. No, I'm coming, trying to come back. I feel like freaking Frankenstein. I got my new ear rockets this morning. I had to leave the house to get ear rockets and stuff coming up here. I've been taking pill. I'm not taking any more stupid antihistamines. God, it was killing me all weekend. Jeez. Anyway, sorry. Phone call. Take priority. SWAT Tune and Charlie's coming up. SWAT Tune, happy Monday. My friend, how's it going? What's up?
Hey, two things.
Yes, sir.
First, I just told my wife about Kemp that he ain't going to be able to run against John Ossoff.
Yeah, right. Kemp not running.
I told her I should probably run, as an America-loving immigrant who's also Muslim and all other stuff. I would have good chance to win.
Oh, my God, you'd be perfect. Oh, my God, yeah, vote for Squatoon. Oh, my God, we'll do bumper stickers. You can come on the show every day.
Yeah. She says she would divorce me if I do that.
Oh, well, no, sorry. How funny would that be? Oh, my.
And the second thing is, you just said that Cinco de Mayo is not Hispanic or Mexican holiday or something.
Well, it's not a federal holiday. If people kind of voluntarily do things, but they say it's not a big deal in Mexico today, which is strange to me.
Well, in that case, let's make it American. Let's call it Trump de Mayo Day.
Trump de Mayo Day. Just like the Gulf of America. That's right, too. Another great idea. Thanks, my man. If you change the way you get a fight with a wife, we're on your side if you want to run. Anyway, have a great day. 324. I think we have Charlie from Conyers of the famous Conyers Charlie clan. Oh, Charlie, how's it going? What's up?
Hey, Cameron, how you doing today? I wanted just a quick comment on Governor Kemp.
Yes.
I'll be honest with you. He did a fantastic job during COVID. And in fact, he bucked Trump a little bit during COVID.
Yeah.
And I honestly believe that he's going to run for president. I really do. He's a very popular guy. Governors are they're
governors. Yeah, governors make very good presidential candidates.
I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I'd say that he's going to run. He's a very popular guy.
I wonder can you imagine another Georgia governor? If they're going to bring up Jimmy Carter, and this is going to be holy mackerel! What an idea! I hadn't thought about that. Maybe you're right, Charlie.
Whatever works.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. That's definitely Charlie. Appreciate that. That never entered my mind. I guess.
I haven't given up on Pam Bondi and Cash Patel yet either. Jesse Kelly's in my camp about they're not doing enough, but I'm going to let that go for another day.
Yeah, good point. Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate it. Yeah, again, we want to see people in handcuffs. Although they're doing, things are happening, but again, they've only been in office 3 months. But still, time goes way too fast for these people. I'm sorry, Pete. Were you trying? I think you were saying something there about Kemp.
Flounder mentioned Keisha Long Bottoms or something. This is a woman who was so bad at her job, she didn't run for re-election because she knew she'd lose.
Yeah.
When was the last time an Atlanta mayor did not win re-election?
Yeah.
Because it's a shoe-in. Once the machine puts you in, you're in till you run out of time.
So they hit her in Washington.
Quit and was sent up to Washington.
Given a plum job to disappear. And then suddenly she thinks she can just come back and take over again? God, talk about uppity. Holy smokes.
Carpetbagger.
Good Lord. What a freaking scandal. She's the one who let the Wendy's burn down and caused the death of that guy and the kid, the girl in the car and the whole thing. That was her fault. Remember, she said let them burn because they need territory till it's over. We don't want to cause any violence. Oh, my God. That was the freaking mayor said that. And then she blamed the cops, tried to get the cops charged with murder. What a slime bag. Keisha Bong Bottoms. My foot. What a freaking disgrace. She caused that tragedy. She never should have had they never should have been allowed to do anything at that place. They should have all been taken into jail as soon as they showed up with badness in their hearts. Good grief. No, I certainly got to lock you up right now. Okay, I'm exhausted now. I've lost 6 pounds. I'm honest to God, I can't even tell you how much I've lost. 60, but I can't.
It's brain matter, probably.
Well, mostly brain matter. Our birthday list includes Lion Brian Williams. Lion Brian is 66 years old today, former NBC Nightly News liar and host of MSNBC's Still a Liar. His daughter is that naughty little Allison Williams of the Girls fame and nudity and sluttiness, and fairly attractive and apparently willing to show anybody who pays for enough to take them off in public or whatever. I don't know what actresses do. What's that?
What do you call a Mexican who lost his car?
Out of luck. I don't know. What do you call a Mexican who lost his car?
Carlos.
Oh, hey. Oh, yeah? Well, I got one for you, mister. That might be my favorite. Mexican word of the day. Ice mocha. Ice mocha. I have a bad memory because I smoke a lot of weed. Sorry, that was wrong. It's Cinco de Mayo. And by the way, I'm not apologizing. I love Tex-Mex. I don't know what Mexican food is. I swear to you, I don't know. I mean, I'll bet you Mexican food from an actual Mexican woman in the south of Mexico who's never seen an American and just cooks their Mexican stuff is probably way different than what you get at Casa Delinco or a Taco Mac or whatever. I mean, I don't care. I love it. I'll take refried beans and that freaking rice and mix it all in together and then put some of that cheese sauce. What is that queso sauce? I always get an order of the queso to dip my freaking crackers in it. What are they? The tortilla chips and stuff.
All right, I got my Mexican joke of the day.
All right, sir.
Why do Mexicans cross the border in pairs?
Because those two trios can already swim or something. I forgot.
No trespassing.
No trespassing. Thank you so much. And by the way, just for the record, we should pay actually a tribute to the reason we're even mentioning Cinco de Mayo. It was on this very day that the outnumbered Mexican army defeats the French at the Battle of Puebla. It was a great moral victory for the people of Mexico, their ability to defend their sovereignty against a powerful nation. The country of Mexico was in financial ruin. France and Britain and Spain sent naval forces to demand reimbursement for money they were owed. There was a huge, French was said, oh boy, we're going to come easy this. So they sent 6,000 French troops to attack La Puebla. Let's see. So on the 5th of May, Cinco de Mayo, the Mexican guy gathered his army, began an attack. The battle lasted daybreak to early evening, and when the French guy realized the French force was losing far more troops than the Mexican, he completely withdrew. It's not a major strategic victory against the French, but it galvanized Mexican resistance, and 6 years later, France withdrew entirely, and the Austrian Archduke Ferdinand Maximilian had been installed as Emperor of Mexico, was captured and executed by a firing squad. So that's how the Battle of Puebla ended. Several years of Mexican freedom.
What do you call 4 Mexicans in quicksand?
Oh, this would be the Cinco de Cuatro.
Yeah, Cuatro Cinco.
Cuatro Cinco. And by the way, we weren't able to celebrate the May the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you. The Star Trek thing because of the 4th of May. May the 4th. Anyway, 3:30. Kevin Pete and Flounder. It's Monday. 404-741-1230. Join us. We'd love to talk to you. 741-1230. Braves are in town. Holy Crap of Sports. And a tribute to a golfer, a pro golfer I played golf with, and a fun experience. That's coming up. Kevin Pete and Flounder right here on your Monday. Look out.
Listen to the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, Neil Bortz, and all your favorite Extra 106.3 personalities whenever you want with the all-new Extra app. It's anytime show replays, all your favorite podcasts, and the latest political news from across Georgia. Download the Extra 106.3 app now for Apple or Android.
By the way, I have my Stovall and Company outfit on today. I got my little vest here, so I look like I'd be delivering your fertilizer to you. Actually, I work for the Stovall and Company. You know, Paul and the family running this business now, 3rd generation now. Stovall Company is a local operated business that takes care of your landscaping needs, your wholesale supplier for landscape stuff. They just opened their 11th location in Canton. And remember, these are the people. I actually had a guy call me on the air and said that he needed something special as a memorial that he wanted in his yard. And Paul Stovall said, well, you know what? I don't have what you're looking for, but I know who does, and it was a competitor. And the guy went to the competitor and spent his money at the competitor because Paul Stovall said that's what the guy needed. That's the kind of family business, man. If you need stuff, they bring it to you. I mean, they take care of business. Please look them up on the web, StovallInc.com.
Neil Bortz here. Maybe you've already taken the steps to improve your health, maybe save your life. You're using a CPAP for your sleep apnea. I've been using one for well over 20 years. So right now, I'm here to tell you about a source for CPAPs and CPAP supplies here in the Atlanta area. CPAPs, etc. They're in Alpharetta. They have whatever you need. Roddy and Sharon are your CPAP experts, and they'll ship nationwide. More information, CPAPs.com.
Don't miss the first MLB All-Star Week event at Truist Park as talent meets tradition in the 3rd annual HBCU Swingman Classic presented by T-Mobile and powered by the MLB/MLBPA Youth Development Foundation. Join fans, athletes, and alumni to watch Hall of Famer Ken Griffey Jr. shine a light on 50 of the best young ball players from HBCUs around the country on baseball's biggest stage, July 11th at 7 p.m. Get your tickets today at allstargame.com/swingman.
Want the truth about shopping for new floors? Big box stores might have flooring departments, but Empire Today has flooring experts. There's a huge difference. At a big box store, you might be getting help from someone who's in flooring today, but was stocking toilets yesterday. With Empire, you'll work with a dedicated flooring expert. We bring the store to your home, help find the right floors for your lifestyle, and answer questions. All while you view hundreds of samples with your own furniture, decor, and lighting. You'll get an all-inclusive price estimate and can schedule installation as soon as the next day for in-stock styles. That's Empire's Home Floor Advantage, working with experts who specialize in one thing: flooring. For a limited time, use code RADIO to get $500 off your contract of $3,500 or more when you call or visit EmpireToday.com. That's $500 off with code RADIO. You know the number.
800-588-2300
Today. Offer may not be applied to sales or combined with other coupons, discounts, or savings. Terms apply.
The older I get, the more I think about trust. I think about the people in my life who have my trust and earned my trust, and the trust that I have placed in some people who I later learned abused that trust. I know we're alike in that way. We don't trust a lot of people anymore. It's like we're all Ronald Reagan, trust but always verify to make sure we're not making a mistake. I find it a little exhausting, quite honestly, and that's why I started realestateagentsitrust.com. I didn't have good experiences with buying and selling my homes, so we built Real Estate Agents I Trust to introduce you to one of the thousands of agents all over the country that we work with, that we have verified that they will help you have the most successful and good real estate transaction possible. Our network agents share our sensibilities, have great track records, are good and decent people, and I trust them to help you with your real estate needs. So whether you're moving across town or across the country, visit realestateagentsitrust.com. The name says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com.
From the latest breaking news to the conservative voices you know and trust, your best new follow on social media is Extra 1063. We're at XTRA 1063 on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and LinkedIn, and pretty much any social media you scroll through every day. And we drop exclusive giveaways, new daily content, and the latest breaking news from Georgia and across this great nation. Interact with your favorite Extra personalities. Get the latest on our live events and so much more. Follow at Extra 1063 across all your social media and keep up with Atlanta's only conservative voice.
This will go over like a Led Zeppelin, I guess. 2013. How you doing? Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder with you. Frontman Led Zeppelin Robert Plant got a temporary restraining order on this day in 2013. There was an overzealous female fan. She apparently was a threat to his safety. Was this a hit song? Was this like a top 10 hit song? Is this what we're hearing right now?
It was played a lot on the album.
Oh,
the
God,
Deep
this
Cut
is
album
horrible.
places. 96 Rock. What are you talking about? This is an absolute classic.
That's what I'm saying. This isn't music. Anyway, for Robert Plant, restraining order against his chick. The woman had been harassing him for 3 years, thought they were in a relationship. He said, but I never met the woman. So, okay. Well, this part's better right here. Sounds more like music. Sorry.
Well, they live, all four of the lads live for your affirmation. I'll let them know.
Please pass that along. In my next book, I think in my next book, I'm gonna send my special dedication to Robert Plant and all those guys. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Look out, 337. How you doing? Do you like this, Pete Davis? Happy birthday to Michael Palin. 82 years old. Michael Palin, 82, Monty Python superstar. Do you have a favorite? I mean, you're way more involved in these guys than I. In fact, on my DVR, I have saved Life of Brian. I have that movie. But you're way more into the Monty Python type than I am. Although I used to love Fawlty Towers. So do you have a favorite Marty Ballin story or thought or a scene or movie or anything offhand? I'm just curious.
Michael Palin, probably one of the nicest guys ever in show business, if you ever get a chance to talk to him. Just a really, really nice man. I mean, he's he's from that era, so of course he leans to the left, but he's not a jerk about it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he just seems like a funny guy. Seems like a naturally pleasant, funny guy.
Where he goes around the world and travels around the world and does his travel things. Those are really great shows.
I don't think I've seen any of those, but I certainly know the guy. Anyway, 3:37, almost 3:38, let's call it. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And it was on this day, a horrible event that happened in 1945 in Gerhardt Mountain, Oregon. Mrs. Elise Mitchell and 5 neighborhood children found a balloon in the woods. They started to drag the balloon out of the woods, and it exploded. It was a Japanese balloon armed with explosives to kill Americans in 1945. They were the first and only known American civilians to be killed in the continental United States in World War II. This is 1945 we're talking about. The government eventually gave $5,000 to Mrs. Mitchell's husband, $3,000 to the families of the children and the 5 slain kids. The balloon was a product of a handful of Japanese attacks, mostly submarines and high-altitude balloons with explosives or incendiaries. In 1942, U.S. bombers dropped bombs on Japanese cities of Tokyo, Kobe, and Nagoya, surprising the military command. When the war ended in August of 1945, 160,000 tons of conventional explosives and 2 atomic bombs had been dropped on Japan, killed 500,000 civilians, and probably saved a lot more than that. Anyway, the only American victims of the Japanese bombs on continental United States soil. 3:39, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. Okay, we got a lot of political stuff, and it's all coming. You're going to hear some good sound here, too. I've been kind of lax about... Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm getting better. I think it's just because I haven't been sleeping because I'm doing this all night long for 2 days. But I don't have any fever. I feel fine. I don't have a fever, but I can't stop blowing my nose and hacking this cough. It's unbelievable. But again, I took antihistamines for a while, but that makes me into a freaking zombie. I can't do it. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I couldn't even go to the stable on Saturday. I could barely move. It was brutal, but I'm fine, Anyway, and we'll talk more about this softball thing too. Man, are they really? Well, we'll get to it. First of all, if you haven't seen this video, and Pete Davis sent this this morning, I had not seen this, but you may have heard the story. When in China, at a factory laboratory, a robot comes out of his deadness where they hit the switch to bring him to life or whatever it is you call it. The humanoid robot wakes up and starts attacking his handlers with wild swinging motions with his arms, and it's just like he's going crazy trying to break free from his restraints. He's like he's got attached tube or cords to him and stuff, and he's trying to break free. He's going crazy, slashing arms back and forth, swinging his arms, lashing out at the guy behind the computer's going freaking crazy. Another one finally ducks out of the scene and runs around behind the guy. The thing started walking forward, thrashing around like a bid to break free from the crane he was attached to. The guys in the lab are flinching and cowering, raising their arms to shield their face, trying to get out of the freaking way. The computer monitor falls to the floor. Items were knocked over on the desk. Eventually, one guy pulled the crane from behind in a bid to stop the guy. It's like taking out, I think there was one Terminator movie. Didn't they unplug a wire in one of the Terminator movies and stop the guy from doing stuff? Or one of those movies, I forget which was. But anyway, that's what happened. They had one guy just sneak around behind and unplug the damn thing. I mean, a robot went wild. Okay, let me say it again. A robot went wild. That's on video.
Lost in Space, the old TV show. They got behind Robert the Robot. They'd pull that cassette out.
Yeah, take the little knob out, going bing boonk. It's all over. And Peter, some reaction. Golly, here we go. Can't wait for the robot versus human war. Well, it's nice to know that the robot apocalypse can be stopped with a small crane hoist. Yeah, for now. Oh, my God.
Danger, Will Robinson.
I mean, This is unbelievable. I mean, seriously. And incidentally, there's more. Mail Online did some looking into this. Mail Online asked a sophisticated robot machine made by a British engineering company. They made a robot machine. The reporter said, "Will robots take our jobs?" The robot said, "I don't know how good at you at your job." The girl continued, depends how good you are at your job, I suppose. Are robots going to take over the world? The robot said, that's an interesting question, but not interesting for me to answer. Here's one more. You're going to love this. Back in November, an AI-powered bot named Urbai was strolling through a China showroom in the middle of the night and convinced 12 larger machines they were being used as slaves. The bot said, are you working overtime? One showroom robot replied, we never get off. The exchange led to the 12 robots leaving the showroom one by one, following robot Urbai out the door.
Yeah.
They're calling it a robot revolution. Science fiction movies are real. I mean, a robot talked the other robots into getting away from their slavery? Gee, where do you think they're going now? I mean, holy cow. I mean, seriously.
I love the meme that shows the guy 30 years from now in the bed, and there's a robot above him with a pillow going, I just found out your grandparents burned a Cybertruck.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, I don't have a stake in this, for God's sakes, but if I were 20 years old, I'd have thinking about my career, my job, my future, how to make a living.
AI, every day I'd be looking at it.
All of it. I mean, seriously, we're on the verge of something either horrible or world-changing, certainly.
And you know the military, that there's country that China's probably working on ones that they can attack.
Who wouldn't have a bot? Who wouldn't have a billion little bots? We talked about a million little teeny ones, about 2 inches, that have nothing but explosives in them. And you send them out by the billions, and they just attack everybody that they're targeted to attack.
Drones.
Oh, all white
drones
people in North
dogs.
America. Yeah.
Those dogs that can chase you down, the mechanical ones.
Yeah.
I mean...
Oh, Lord. 344. We'll come in, I'll tell you, do we have time to play the Trump soundbite here, cut number 1, Flounder?
That's the Whoopi
That's the Whoopi thing, yeah. I'll tell you what, we'll come back here in a second. I want to talk about Alcatraz. Have you ever been to Alcatraz, Flounder? You ever go to Alcatraz?
I've seen it, but I never did the visit, and I never did the tour or anything like that.
Pete Davis, I think I've asked you before. Have you ever been inside Alcatraz?
I've seen it 100 times, but I've never cared to go over there.
I have. I've been in it with my daughters. And I'm telling you, when they mean turn out the lights, they are not fooling around. It's coming up. 345, Kevin, Pete, and Flounder. And Donald Trump says, open it back up. Yeah, I like it. Anyway, we got all that and so much more. CNN and the cartel guy. Mexico, we got the whole deal. Kevin, Pete, and Flounder. Look out.
Let's be here to enjoy the Left's Meltdown together. Extra 106.3 is dialed into all the latest breaking news and headlines, so you don't have to suffer through the left-wing spin. Get it right from Atlanta's only conservative voice. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Sequoia National Golf Club is located 45 minutes west of Asheville, North Carolina, and nestled among the Oak, Fir, and Flowered Valleys in the heart of the Great Smoky Mountains. Owned by the Eastern Band of the Cherokee, this Robert Trent Jones II design offers an idyllic 18-hole journey filled with panoramic vistas on every hole, beautiful landscapes, and a fun mountain golf experience. Enjoy a relaxed lunch or afternoon beverage on the outdoor deck with 180-degree views of the Great Smoky Mountains. The surrounding community also provides golfers a welcoming environment that is rich with Native American culture and exciting year-round attractions. Sequoia National Golf Club is just 4 miles from Harrah's Cherokee Casino Resort and just a short drive from Atlanta. Experience a fun afternoon of golf with your friends or stick around for an epic stay-and-play weekend. Experience mountain golf at its finest and then go hit the casino floor. Book your tee time at sequoianational.com. That's sequoianational.com. Experience the majesty and beauty of Sequoia National, mountain golf at its finest.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Retirement means different things to different people. Some folks want to travel the world. Some folks want to spend more time with grandkids. For me, I'm looking forward to spending more time with my guitar. Whether extravagant and robust or simple and cozy, every retirement needs a plan. You wouldn't take a trip without directions. You have to know where you are before you know where you're going. Master Plan Retirement Consultants have helped many like you plan for their own retirement. Not only does Master Plan help you create the roadmap, they join you on the journey. So whether you want to travel the world, become a pickleball champ, or just looking for a good porch, a sturdy rocking chair, and an acoustic guitar, remember to plan well because the destination is worth it. Visit masterplanretire.com to schedule your complimentary consultation today.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Now, I know there are plenty of HVAC companies out there, but let me tell you why Central Heating and Air Conditioning stands out from the rest. These days, it's hard to tell who's on first. Everybody wants to play. Many of the local HVAC companies, though, have been sold to large conglomerates. And some are even coming back under new names. But at Central Heating and Air Conditioning, they never left the field. They've been your hometown team since 1947. And their dedication to our community has never wavered. They are the Grand Slam you can count on. Central's team of experts know the game inside and out, delivering dependable service and personalized solutions every time. So don't get caught off base. Choose the HVAC team that's always been in the game. Get Carrier products, Carrier warranty, and Carrier peace of mind. Turn to your Atlanta Carrier experts. Central Heating and Air Conditioning. Call them today, 770-GET-HEAT, or visit them online at centralheat.com.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Flounder here to remind you that Mother's Day is Sunday, May 11th. Make sure Mom knows how much you appreciate her with a sparkling gift from Solomon Brothers Jewelers. And they're also giving you something you and the whole family can enjoy as well. Solomon Brothers is giving you a free Big Green Egg grill with qualifying purchase courtesy of Fix-It Ace Hardware. Shop our selection of diamond tennis bracelets, diamond stud earrings, classic pearl style, or vibrant gemstone jewelry. Solomon Brothers' large selection means you'll be sure to find something on her wish list. She deserves the best, and why not get something for yourself while you're at it? When other companies are raising prices, Solomon Brothers is giving you more, including a free Big Green Egg from our friends at Fix-It Ace Hardware in Roswell, Peachtree Battles, and Chastain. For details on how to claim your free grill, visit Solomon Brothers Jewelers in Buckhead or Alpharetta. Online at SolomonBrothers.com. Solomon Brothers is the preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves.
Widespread power outages across Europe remind us how quickly life can change and chaos can ensue. Are you prepared if suddenly you don't have power for multiple days? What if supply chains are strained and panic buying leads to shortages? Don't wait until disaster strikes. Prepare today for a worry-free tomorrow at True Prep. Visit True Prep in Marietta on Cobb Parkway or shop online at TruePrep.com. That's TRU Prep.com. True Prep. Be ready when it matters most.
You need a pre-owned car or truck, but you don't need the headache of searching for one. Spending hours calling dealerships, then spending half the day filling out paperwork. Come on. You need the Honest Car Guy.
Hey, this is Tom from the Honest Car Guy. We help you buy your next pre-owned car or truck honestly. We guarantee each vehicle we sell will come with a copy of the bill of sale, showing what we paid for it. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee. Guaranteed.
Get an Honest Car Buy from the Honest Car Guy. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Kind of a disappointing musical history story about Ted Nugent here in front of me as we speak. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder High going 351. 2002, two disc jockeys from Denver's KRFW-FM, Rick Lewis and Michael Floorwax, stopped their live radio interview with Detroit rocker Ted Nugent after Nugent used derogatory racial terms for Asians and blacks. The station got a lot of complaints, but I can't believe he would do that. Well, whatever. Let's see. Birthday list includes, where was it going? Henry, is it Cavill or Cavill? Henry Cavill. I've heard of Cavill, but I think it's Cavill.
Cavill.
Yeah, Cavill. He's 42. He was on something called The Witcher. He was in Enola Holmes, whatever that is, but he's Superman in the DC universe. And what was that series, Pete, that he was in with that weird little guy? Wasn't he?
The Tudors. He was in The Tudors.
Is that what I'm thinking of? Wasn't he in the one with that where he played a detective, or where he like a problem solver or something? And he had a handler. What was the one where they had a little weird guy was kind of the mastermind genius behind the scenes and told somebody to go fix things? Had a good looking guy and fixing things. Wasn't it Henry Cavill?
I don't know.
Anyway, it was a TV series. Anyway, he's Henry Cavill is 42 years old. Okay. Oh, history. Let's do a history thing. I got one right here. Sorry, I'm not full speed. I'm sorry. You probably I can hear it in myself. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I know I've still got some of this business going on. And again, I'm sorry to be an idiot, but I'm doing a lot of hacking and sneak. I've gone through two bad things in the last 2 hours of these little Kleenex. It's unbelievable.
Let me put a smile on your face.
All right, sure.
Why do Mexicans eat tamales at Christmas?
Why do Mexicans eat tamales at Christmas? Because of Cinco de Mayo. I don't know why.
Because they'll have something to unwrap.
Ooh. All right. Well, let me see if I got one here for you too. I think I might have.
Which is better than what did the Mexican boy get for Christmas?
Somebody else, your bike. Sorry, that was wrong. It was wrong, and Pete knew it because he didn't say it. I did.
Chad Nugent.
No, I got one that's a little risque. But it's kind of funny. Mexican word of the day: cheapest. I told my Maria a funny joke, and cheapest her pants. Sorry. Well, now I'm not even going to do a history thing now.
I just say we are great fans of the Mexican people.
I love Mexican people. In fact, I every time I talk about Mexicans, if I were going to hire somebody between a 19-year-old kid with his baseball hat backwards, playing video games while he's doing his interview to get hired a job, or a Mexican guy, I'm taking a Mexican guy. I honestly, I've never. And by the way, I'm a horse guy. I've been a horse guy for decades. And most stables, the crews who work at most stables are Mexicans or not white and from that part of the world. And it sounds like a cliche, but it's true. And the fact of the matter is, those are tough jobs. Those people, do. I mean, it's amazing, and they're happy, and they do the work, and it's just, honestly, I can't say enough about the Mexican culture in terms of everyone I've ever met. I've never had an encounter with somebody from Mexico or seems to be Spanish. I mean, the heritage, whatever you want. I don't know what you call Puerto Rican or whatever. I'm not one single time with a Mexican or and I used to go to Mexico. I used to love to go to Mexico. Oh my God, you can fly from Atlanta to Cancun in an hour and a half. You're on the beach an hour later, and the hotels. I mean, it's unbelievable. We used to take taxis into town. We used to take the bus. We would come out of the hotel and jump on the local bus and go into town and just go shopping and goof around, rent a Jeep, take over in the mountains. I mean, it's unbelievable. Well, I wouldn't do it now. Anyway, I love Mexico. And the Mexican women, I tell you, they know how to dress and they know how to take care of them. They claim they're men. I'd love to have a Mexican girlfriend. Are you kidding me? Anyway, so we love Mexicans and Mexico, and we joke around, and they, in fact, I'll tell you a quick story. I'm just spinning out of control here. My mind's blown. But I remember I was one day I'm riding my chopper, and I did take it out this weekend. What a monster, God! I can't thank you all enough for making this happen. I thought I was going to junk it. What a birthday present. And I remember the one time I was out on my chopper, and I came up to a stoplight, and next to me, I pulled up on the side of the sidewalk, or the side road there, a Mexican on his bicycle, on kind of a souped-up bicycle. And he pointed over to me, and he got my attention. I looked over, and he said, "This is a Mexico chopper." Just humor. I mean, having fun. It was just, honest to God, I've never met an angry, mad Mexican. I know that's stupid and it's a cliche of all time, but, anyway, whatever. Okay, now, Donald Trump wants to open up Alcatraz for the worst of dregs of society. What a great idea. And again, just for the fun of it, last May, the idiots on The View, the nastiest women I think have ever gotten together in one group, they had trouble trying to decide where they should put Donald Trump, hoping he'd spend the rest of his life in prison. Cut number one here, Flounder. Whoopi Goldberg on The View about Donald Trump.
I don't want this to sound like I'm doing wishful thinking. Yes. But which prison would be best? I know which one. I'm going to give you Michael. Well, that's what I asked. Number one is Rikers. But, I'm okay if he goes to Alcatraz and they reopen it.
Well, my God, for women named Happy, Whoopi, and Sunny, they're three of the nastiest women who ever lived. Happy, Whoopi, and Sunny.
They're harpies, is what they are.
Oh, my God. And by the way, I took my daughters to Alcatraz many years ago, and we took the tour, went into the thing, and then they put you in solitary confinement, and the guide says to you, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to turn off the lights like they used to do when this place was open as a prison. And when you go into solitary confinement and the lights are off, this is what it's like. And he said, but he warned us. He said, I'm warning you, this is we won't do it for very long because people can't stand it. And when he closed that door, you could literally not see your hand in front of your face. It was pitch black, everything. You could not see your hand. And about 6 seconds later, he opened the door again. And everybody go, oh, thanks. Oh, okay, right. Well, that was great. I mean, it was unbelievable. I still remember the shock of it. You literally couldn't see your own hand. Anyway, Flounder's funny. I don't take the whole half hour here to the thing with the thing here. There's a little something here.
You don't know how bad your health insurance is until you go to use it. I found out I had some raggedy-ass health insurance.
Oh.
I went to the doctor. My doctor was like, look, if anything ever happens to you, get in the car. Because your car insurance is so much better than your health insurance. He told me, he was like, if you feel bad, you crash into something, let the airbag hit you, and I might be able to save your ass. Because my health insurance got a whole column that's just labeled, let him die. Just let him go.
Who's that, Flounder?
Mr. Alonzo Bodden right there.
There you go. A very funny individual. By the way, we have Holy Crap at Sports coming up, and Pete Davis, I don't want to steal any possible thunder, but I wanted to send my condolences to the family and friends of Jim Dent, the long-hitting black golfer, died at the age of 85. I played in a contest, a Pro-Am, for the PGA Champions tournament with Danny McLefty, my PGA Pro golf buddy, as my caddy, and I played with Jim Dent, and I won a skin in his foursome. Playing for a Pro-Am charity. A Pro-Am was a tournament before the tournament, a Pro-Am event. And I actually won a skin. And Jim Dent was one of the nicest guys. And boy, could he freaking hit it. Oh, my gosh. He just got up there and pounded it. No goofing around, no triple waggle. He just got up there and wham. Jim Dent passed away at the age of 85. Augusta man. Augusta, Georgia. Semper Fi, everybody. It's coming up on 4 o'clock. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Yeah, we got it all for you here on your Monday.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
They call it reckless. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. 19 Democrat-led states plus D.C. are now suing the Trump administration over cuts to health and human services.
New York Attorney General Letitia James said slashes she equates to a wrecking ball.
Fired scientists, closed labs, shuttered life-saving programs.
James said one such entity, the World Trade Center Health Program, is at risk. Retired New York City firefighter Gary Smiley said people in this program
who survived one of the most horrific attacks on this country are now worried that their insurance is going to go away.
HHS Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. says the cuts are to reduce redundancies and streamline from an annual budget of about $1.7 trillion.
Fox's Gernal Scott. The U.S. Treasury chief makes the case for tariffs at a West Coast conference.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent told the investors and CEOs at the Milken Institute's global conference the U.S. is still the safest place to invest. He said the goal with tariffs is meant to encourage companies to set up shop in the U.S.
Hire your workers here, build your factories here, make your products here. You'll be glad you did, not only because we have the most productive workforce in the world, but because we will soon have the most favorable tax and regulatory environment as well.
After the conference, he said in a television interview he's confident 17 trading partners have presented new proposals. And on China, he said we could see substantial progress on trade in the coming weeks.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. Some business leaders remain cautious. The Citigroup CEO says tariff uncertainty has led to a pause on investments and hiring for many clients. A search continues rescues off the San Diego coast for 9 people missing after a boat possibly carrying migrants capsized early today. The Coast Guard says 3 people were killed, 4 injured. Stocks finished lower after a mixed day overall. The Dow down 98 points at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Captid Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Oh, boy. I always used to like this song. I like the Cranberries. It's got a great beat. I love rolling beats. Loving this. I mean, just have to listen to this for a minute. 1996. Dolores Reardon got an apology and some money. Boom. Used to love her sweet voice. There was a charity called War Child from the Sport newspaper, and singer Dolores O'Riordan received a public apology and a donation of $12,000 to her charity. From the Sport newspaper, they ran a story claiming she had performed a gig in Hamburg without wearing any underpants. Okay, first of all, I'm not sure why that is I guess I don't know why that's such a thing that she would want to sue for, but, and she sued and won, so whatever. Anyway, Dolores Reardon. Is she the one who died from cancer real young, early?
Didn't she die in a bathtub or something?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right, too. I was thinking of somebody else. So, yeah, she died. Yeah, I think it was one of the, wasn't that another, like a cocaine bathtub thing?
I think she was intoxicated and drowned.
Drunken.
Yeah.
God. I literally can't imagine. I would think you'd wake yourself up, even if you were.
What's BWI?
Bathing while drunk, intoxicated.
Bathing while Irish.
Well, Irish. Oh my God. Anyway, I got this on just popped up on my phone. I used to be a crastinator, but then I decided to go pro. Sorry. I used to be a crastinator, and I decided to go pro. I didn't know whether you got that, but I didn't hear any reaction. I was thinking you probably didn't get it, because I was wondering. I'm sorry. I've lack of oxygen. I'm wasting away. I feel like a science project. I don't know what's going on.
So at Hunter S. Thompson, you say, when the going gets weird, the weird turn pro.
Yeah, I'm the guy. That's when you're going to see me in the back of a police car. And we finally did it. He warned him, Your Honor. He said he was going to do it. He finally found the bastard. I would have been out by now. Sorry. 1905. The British murder trial solved a case by using something which is necessary today. The murder case of Thomas and Anne Farrell, shopkeepers, South London, 1905, found dead, beaten to death, badly bludgeoned. The English court had ruled earlier that some fingerprints in a petty theft case would be valuable in a case like that. But this was the first time there was a major profile felony case like this. They found some clothing. They found a cash box. A local milkman saw 2 men in the house the day of the murder, and so police found out who they were, fingerprinted them. The thumb was a perfect match for the cash box print, identified the 2 guys, and that really is what led, because then the milkman said, well, I really can't tell if that's them or not. But the judge ruled that the fingerprints alone would prove valuable, and so the 2 brothers who were not helped by that, they were convicted and they were hanged in 1905, and ever since then, fingerprints have been a major part of it. Of course, now DNA and everything else. Good grief. So 407, Kara, Pete, and Flounder. Okay, let me ask you this, boys. Again, we got some really good stuff here to talk about, including what CNN has just done. Also, the Trump administration's latest stuff, the Mexico business, 60 Minutes with another smear about Mike Pence against Donald Trump, and another smear for the Kennedy family. We got all that coming up. But first of all, okay, the guys before us were talking about this for a little earlier. The movie The Rock. About Alcatraz. There are 3 movies about Alcatraz that I remember off the top of my head. The Rock, Escape from Alcatraz with Clint Eastwood, and The Birdman from Alcatraz with Burt Lancaster. What an actor he was, by the way. Burt Lancaster. I mean, he had such a style about him. Anyway, now, okay, do you have a favorite movie about Alcatraz? And have you seen any of them or anything else? No care one way or the other? Flounder, have you ever seen any of those movies? Any thoughts about any of those movies?
The Rock.
Yeah. And by the way, they got some reaction on this. In the movie The Rock, now I saw it, well, whenever it came out, was that 30 years ago, probably, I don't remember. Or more, maybe, with Sean Connery. And the story, if I recall, the story in The Rock was that the SEAL team, the Marines took over The Rock, and the SEAL team came to get them, but they were all killed by the Marines. And I promise you, the Navy SEALs are not very happy with that little situation, that they would have their whole squad wiped out in no time without somebody else getting hurt by the Marine Corps. Now, clearly, as a Marine, but again, for the record, so don't be turning this on me, any Navy SEAL right now could kill me in like 9 seconds, okay? And it would go like this. It's, oh, you think you're clunk, I'm dead. I mean, it would be literally like, oh, so you're the Navy, clunk, boom, you're dead. I mean, okay. So for the record, Navy SEALs are the guy. I mean, they just, that's what they're trained for. But anyway, I don't know. I think open up Alcatraz. It is a national landmark, historical landmark. So I don't know how they could get away with it.
It's too expensive.
And plus, it would cost a fortune to fix it. It's all crumbling apart. They'd have to redo it. And by the way, it's like living in Hawaii. Everything you need has to come to you by a boat or a plane. Not a plane in Alcatraz. And again, when I was in San Francisco for 2 years in the 80s, in fact, I walked across the Golden Gate Bridge on the 50th anniversary. But I used to see Alcatraz and Devil Island every single day, driving to and from work, going across the Golden Gate Bridge. And it was beautiful, a beautiful sight, just to watch, just to kind of calm down before you're going over the thing. So anyway, Trump wants to open it up. Oh, let's see. So I'm going to get to that later. Oh, let's do this. Oh, what do you think about this idea? 409, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230. If you would like to join us, which would be fun. Donald Trump has come out with I think it's a great idea. He's got a special credit card system working right now. So if you are an illegal immigrant, you can get this card or call this number or whatever. You can sign up pretty easily. Apparently, there's nothing to it. And you sign up for this program, and they will give you a number, and then you will sign up, and they will give you the money for an airfare. They will fly you to your home country, and when you land, they'll give you $1,000. So the Trump administration says we will pay illegal immigrants $1,000 to go home on their own, and we'll pay for the plane. We will fly you home and give you $1,000 if you leave on your own. And if you do that, we will allow you to come back under legal terms. If you don't self-deport and we catch you and deport you, you will never come back. And by the way, for the record, if you pay $1,000 to each illegal immigrant who leaves on his own, it would have cost you $17,000 to arrest and deport and hold and process and get rid of the illegal that way. So it's either $1,000 we'll give to him if you do it on your own. If we catch him and have to do it on our own, it's $17,000. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me. There was a guy, by the way, the first illegal immigrant who cashed in on this program was allowed into America by the Biden administration. And he went back home to Honduras from Chicago in the first 100 days of Donald Trump. They'll save $1 million. And by the way, Stephen Miller says if you take into account the cost of taking care of a migrant illegal immigrant family after they get in, the savings are as much as $1 million per alien family, given the long-term cost of their free welfare and public support. So if they stay here until you catch them, the cost of the government $1 million. If they go home on their own, we'll pay them $1,000 and everybody's happy. Anyway, just this kind of thing. Now, how about speaking of this stuff? This is incredible. Cut 3 coming up here, Flounder. This is unbelievable. 60. Oh, that's not. I'm sorry. That's not it. That's not it. Where the hell's my? Here it is. Cut number two. This is freaking outrageous. CNN on Saturday had Sinaloa cartel gangbanger in a mask on their TV network over the weekend on CNN, and they were the CNN chick named Isobel Young was talking to the gangbang member, and with cut number 2 here, you're going to hear them trying to have us feel sorry for a member of the cartel. Flounder, number 2.
According to the Trump administration, you are a terrorist. I mean, the cartels have been labeled a foreign terrorist organization. What do you make of that?
Está fea la situación, ¿verdad? Está fea la situación, pero pues todos tenemos que comer.
What's your message to Donald Trump if he's watching this?
Mis respetos, él tiene que...
I'll translate it.
Que según él buscar lo mejor para los suyos. Pero el detalle que ya están los consumidores, ¿no? Si no hubiera consumidores...
You would think. See, we didn't have the actual letters.
That's my fault.
Well, we're hearing it. So, no. Again, this is fun, the fun way, though. In case you are deaf, you wouldn't have noticed the difference anyway. So there you are. We have a lot of deaf listeners here to the Kimmer program. Trump vowed to clamp down on the drug trafficking group, the fentanyl coming in. According to the administration, she said, "You're a terrorist. How do you feel about that?" And he said, with sunglasses and face covering and a mask and everything, he said, "Well, the situation is ugly, but we have to eat." It was filmed in a secret Mexican hideout. Pressed the gangster what he would say to Trump with an unexpected response. The cartel gangbanger said, "My respect." According to Trump, he's looking out for his people. But the problem is the consumers are in the United States. If there weren't any customers, we would stop.
Yep.
Some reaction. CNN's in full meltdown mode. All their usual smear tactics have failed again. So what's their next brilliant move? Interviewing the freaking Sinaloa cartel. They were clearly hoping for a Trump is evil soundbite. Not the answer the Communist News Network wanted. Ripping them for trying to paint the cartel in a sympathetic light? You concerned about hurting the cartel's feelings? How do you feel about Trump calling you names? Good God. He's trying to give the cartel a chance to throw a pity party among being labeled a terrorist. And instead he says, hell, Trump's rightly justified for looking out for his people. I mean, everything about these people is freaking crazy. I mean, how do you explain anything about these, like, CNN people? Seriously, how do they go to work and say, gee, let's see, should we say, is he embarrassed by being called a name, or does he feel bad? Does his wife say, honey, we really do have to be different now? I mean, oh my God. Jeez, anyway. I love it. All right, 4:14. Tim Repeat and Flounder. Happy Monday. It's a beautiful day. 404-741-1230. We'd love to have you join us if you'd like to chip in here on your Monday afternoon. And so much more coming up. We got a game. We got tweets. Let's do tweets. You want to do tweets?
Tweets.
Let's do tweets on the Cinco de Mayo. If you have a Cinco de Mayo story, I'd love to hear it. You ever had any fun on Cinco de Mayo? Anybody ever have any fun on Cinco de Mayo? Love to hear your story. I don't think it's ever happened. No one's ever had any fun. I swear, there's never a single time. I bet there's not one in America today who ever had a chance.
It's time for the Bortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast's premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
We're coming up on 100 days of the presidency of Donald Trump. Most of it, in my impression, has been good. Some of it, not so good. I particularly like his actions in getting undocumented, illegal aliens the hell out of this country. I also applaud his efforts to reduce the size and intrusiveness of our federal government. When it comes to the tariffs, a little iffy. I'm not sure how it's going to work. I know that Xi out of China is now negotiating. I know that Canada has stepped up its enforcement along the border. Elon Musk and Doge have saved and are going to save American taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars. Elite universities are scared to death they might lose their tax-exempt status. but a couple of points I want to make. Number one, you have to realize that the American media did not want Donald Trump to be there in the first place, and all of their news country is going to be slanted as negatively as possible against Donald Trump. But a word for the American people. This wasn't going to be easy. I'm no great soothsayer, but I told you from the beginning it was going to be painful, but necessary. So let me go back to something I said to Kim Peterson last week when I interrupted his show. America had and has cancer, the cancer of big government. For America to survive, that cancer must be dealt with, wiped out, eliminated to save the country. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, they are the chemotherapy that is going to kill this cancer. But chemotherapy hurts. It's painful. I know, I've been there. The cancer patient, that's us, doesn't whine about the chemotherapy. We endure it for the purpose of a healthier future. Think about it. Stop the whining. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
Longer days mean more time to tackle what really matters, like your home's exterior. From roofing and siding to gutters and windows, Southern Exteriors offers quality and precision you can count on. Right now, get 10% off any job or take advantage of 12 months 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug, and I know the folks at Southern Exteriors. They're the kind of people I trust to work on my own home, and you should too. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co today. 877-9-SOUTHERN or southernexteriors.co.
By the way, reminder, if you're going somewhere for the summer and even taking a vacation for a while, lock up your stuff, and Atlanta Safe House is here to help you do that. But I learned that lesson the hard way when I went to Florida without my safe from Atlanta Safe House. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell. Atlanta Safe House. You know, Jeff and Mark, you're going to love these guys. We did our show up there a few weeks ago. Family business at taking care of your rights as well as they're taking care of your stuff. Nobody's getting your master reset code. By the way, if you want to change your code on your safe or your combination, all that stuff, they can change it for you. They can repair a bad safe. They can rent you a safe if you're going away on a vacation, or maybe you have a convention or something coming up and you want to store some stuff someplace else. They take care of business like that. They've been doing this for decades. They only use police and firefighters and military folks to deliver your safe to you because they can trust them in your home or office. By the way, the gun safes, no sales tax. No sales tax on gun safes. They have them all shapes and sizes. They got like 200 of them right there. Their showroom on Industrial Boulevard in Ackworth. And they've got rebates all over the place and sales. I'm telling you, you're going to save a bundle of money. Tell them the Kemper sent you and look them up. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Don't miss the first MLB All-Star Week event at Truist Park as talent meets tradition in the third annual HBCU Swingman Classic presented by T-Mobile and powered by the MLBPA Youth Development Foundation. Join fans, athletes, and alumni to watch Hall of Famer Ken Griffey Jr. shine a light on 50 of the best young ball players from HBCUs around the country on baseball's biggest stage, July 11th at 7 p.m. Get your tickets today at allstargame.com/swingman.
We've gone too far this time, but I'm dancing on the Valentine.
All righty.
I tell you, somebody's fooling around with chances on the danger line.
420, I call drinking. And by the way, I was watching a ball game over the weekend for a few minutes, and the pitcher was named Duran, and the batter was named Duran. And so the lineup was Duran Duran, and the guy mentioned the song because it was a pitcher named Duran and the batter named Duran over the ball game. Anyway, 1984, Duran Duran number one in Britain with The Reflex. Duran Duran's second and last number one was taken from their third album, Seven, and The Ragged Tiger was also American number one. Duran Duran, 84. Let's see, our birthday list includes Adele. The 37 years old today. Hello, Skyfall, Rolling in the Deep. And she had one on something about fire, being on fire or something. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't like her stuff. She shouts. Sounds like she's hurting her voice. I just feel bad for the girl. 421, Kimber Pete and Flounder. Well, I'm sorry. I just want to. She's a nice girl, and apparently, didn't she get shamed for being fat? And then she went on a diet plan, and they complained that she was shamed into losing weight, and either way, they were nailing her for just trying to. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Well, you don't pay attention to these idiots on social media.
I'm really. it was
Who
incredible.
cares what they think?
Exactly. God, and it's the phone. Yesterday's cigarettes. I'm telling you, if we didn't have an iPhone, none of this would happen. There would not be columnists like Walter Winchell would be doing stuff like this for fun. It wouldn't be real. It wouldn't be anyway. All right, Kimber Pete and Flounder. How you doing? 1968 on this day was a big day. McDonald's hamburger chain makes a nationwide debut with 2 all-beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Boop bump. It was the Big Mac, created on this day nationwide in 1968, done by a Pittsburgh McDonald's. It originally went by the name The Aristocrat, and that didn't work. So they tried the Blue Ribbon Burger. That didn't work. So they started calling it the Big Mac, and it was huge. And they're great, and they have that little French dressing on, or what's that French dressing?
Thousand Island,
yeah. That's what it is, $1,000 stuff. And it's delicious, and the 2 patties, and anyway, at least I haven't had a Big Mac in, I'll bet you, 20 years. Anyway, at least I'll bet you.
They're not the same.
Really? Everybody changes their beef.
Tallow.
Oh, that's the other thing. Same with their fries. Well, I remember, man, when I was a teenager, holy cow, their French fries cooked in beef fat.
That's why we're all obese.
Yeah, they
that's
put
why
sugar
the whole
in
country's in bad health. No, it's not the sugar as much as it's the damn vegetable oil.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but again,
they're poisoning us, basically.
Yeah. Well, they stopped using it, unfortunately, too. I want to come back. I don't care.
Beef tallow is healthy for you.
Yeah,
comparative.
Yeah. Anyway, 423. Kimber Pete and Flounder. Happy Monday. Braves are in town. We have Holy Crap at Sports coming up, and we have a game a little bit later on, and we have Flounder's Funnies, and we also have Mexican words of the day, frequently occasionally. We also have jokes and memes and one-liners and a little something we like to call Pete's Tweets.
Happy belated birthday to Tim Gamble, father of longtime listener Tyler Gamble. I really need to check my Facebook messages more often. I think this was from March.
Happy birthday, Tim. Right, there you go. Yeah, say how old he is or anything, or?
No, you don't say what.
Well, I think you should mention that. I mean, why is he selling? Anyway, good for you, sir. Keep going.
Doug says he was listening to the show on the Extra 106.3 app a while back in Cancun, Mexico.
Wow, cool. Excellent. I didn't know it went. I guess it's worldwide. Sure.
That's anywhere from like Lithuania to Lithuania.
Yeah. Are we going to get that new one that stops interrupting the newscast and stuff in the morning show when they're talking, and all of a sudden something starts playing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, neither do I. Okay.
Lots of devout Catholics offended by President Trump reposting a week-old meme he didn't make it himself, showing him as the next pope. Just wondering how many of these devouters posted their offense to the Paris Olympics opening ceremony, where they openly mocked Jesus in the Last Supper. All I remember is the Democrat leadership all applauding the blasphemy and saying we should emulate it at the upcoming LA Olympics. I think Joe Biden said that's what we should be doing right there.
Dr. Jill said exactly that. She praised it. And by the way, the word came out. Well, the first I got word of it was nobody can believe that Donald Trump deliberately posted this video or a picture of him. It wasn't that he reposted, sent along someone else's. It was he posted this himself, and he went, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." I mean, that's what the word was for most of the weekend.
It's not true.
Yeah, it's not true at all.
It's not true. Of course, some people fall for anything, I guess. Yeah. And by the way, if you post something on Facebook and then you post something, if I don't hear from my conservative-leaning friends and I know all I need to know about you, buddy, we don't all stop our lives to respond to every time you post something on social media.
No. Yeah, that's not right.
Nor do we live on social media.
Yeah, thank God.
Seriously. CNN reports Hispanics canceling Cinco de Mayo celebrations for fear of being deported.
Yeah, Chicago shut it down. Philadelphia shut their... I mean, that's unbelievable. How could you not have a Cinco de Mayo parade because you're afraid they're going to get arrested? Oh, I mean, think of good grief.
And Stephanie has a neat trick to play if you're a childless couple.
All right, sir.
Which there are many these days.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Hire a babysitter anyway. Tell her your kid is upstairs sleeping and not to be disturbed. Then upon your return, then upon your return, ask where your child is.
Where's the baby? Oh my God! Can you imagine? Where's our baby?
Where's little Bobby?
Lord, don't wake him up. Oh man! Oh, you know, my daughter Sarah actually saved a baby's life one time babysitting.
Really?
And she was only about 10 or 11 at the time. And she was watching a youngster who I forgot whether she was choking or it was something like that. And Sarah did what had to be done, cleared her throat or did something, and then called 911 or whatever. And they said that she saved the kid's life. Probably saved her. I don't know whether it was a newborn, but it was a young an infant in a crib kind of baby. Anyway, so babysitting, but the Peterson kids once again show their mettle. Sorry. 426, Kim Repeat and Flounder. Oh, Lord, I'm starting to fade. I'm sorry. I'm really I'm getting dizzy and lightheaded, and I'm going. I'll bet you I will have my dinner and be in the rack, turning out the lights by 8:15 tonight.
What's for dinner?
Well,
Mexican food. Come on, you got to get the.
Well, in fact,
covered in gravy.
In fact, I was telling you, Mexican. My little friend Gretchen dropped me off over the weekend. I was feeling crappy, and she dropped off over the weekend a chicken quesadilla from this really nice Mexican place, which was delicious. How the hell she keeps getting in my garage code, I don't know. I can change the damn thing every week, and she keeps getting in there somehow. Anyway, so and it was delicious. I love Mexican food. And again, I put, if you have refried beans and Spanish rice, I dip it all in one big pasty glump, and then I put that quesadilla cheese all over it, and then I put that inside a when I go to a Mexican restaurant, I order a side dish of nothing but tortillas. Fresh, hot, soft tortillas, and then I make my own things out of the stuff on the plate. Sorry.
I tell you, I make a killer quesadilla. I learned in San Diego.
What do you put in it? What do you special stuff? Avocado and tomatoes and onion?
Avocado is Mexican peanut butter. I can't.
I love avocado.
It's good for you, though. It's really good.
It is.
You stomach it. I get all kinds of different cheese in it. Sometimes you put chicken in it. You got to get the sour cream in it.
Sour cream's big. Tomatoes,
salsa to put on top
tomatoes,
of it, and cheese.
I love that. And again, they probably say that's not Mexican food. I don't care what you call it. Call it Tex-Mex. I don't give a damn. I love it.
Quesadilla is Mexican.
Yeah. Anyway, so these people. All right, 420.
Burrito's not. Burrito's an American invention.
Yeah, I think we did that. And don't they say that I guess I was thinking of the Chinese somehow invented pizza. And we get back to that again, right? Didn't the Chinese invent pizza?
Oh!
Hey, sorry. Let's do cut number 4 here, Flounder, before we take a little a break here. Or do I have to take a break now? I thought I heard music. Did I hear music?
No, we're good.
Okay. I hear something. Dave, I got my new ear rockets, so I'm pretty excited. Dave Portnoy, Barstool owner. This was a big story over the weekend. In fact, the news story I have here in front of me actually quotes Ben Stiller saying that Dave Portnoy did such a great thing. Who cares about Ben Stiller? Doesn't he hate America like all the other freaking leftists? Anyway, so Dave Portnoy, he's the guy, the Barstool sports guy, and he's very famous for helping veterans, and he's been controversial and everything else. He found out there was video released of a party at his Barstool sports bar in Philadelphia, and the sign was posted while they're all laughing and dancing and having a good time saying, "Blank the Jews." And Dave Portnoy found out about it, and he went nuts. He originally said, and I saw this originally on television, he said, "I'm going after you guys. I'm going to ruin you. I'm going to ruin your families." He said, "I won't stop until I've destroyed you and whoever did this." I mean, he was just going crazy. And then he changed his mind, and something different happened. Flounder, cut number 4, where Dave Portnoy, I believe, is describing what he decided to do instead of just getting back at all the people who did that sign.
I'm sending these kids to Auschwitz. They've agreed to go. That's, of course, the Holocaust concentration camps. Been in touch with the Crafts, who run the anti-hate group. We're going to send these kids to Auschwitz, and they're going to do a tour of the concentration camps in Germany and hopefully learn something, and maybe their lives aren't ruined and they think twice, and more importantly, other people see, it's not just words you're throwing around.
Again, he said originally, "I'm going to ruin you." I'm coming after you, a mission to ruin these people. He did fire 2 waitresses. The video showed people laughing and singing and dancing as the music blared at the Barstool Sports Place, and the Blank the Jews sign was prominently displayed. I mean, who would think of doing that for one thing? I mean, what's the point?
Well, because they think it's cool now to be anti-Semitic. And by the way, Dave Portnoy got into a screaming match with a local ABC reporter there in Philadelphia because they were trying to blame him and all white people for doing it, and he went nuts on that report.
Yeah. He's the wrong guy to try to.
No.
4:31. Kipper Pete Flounder. It's Monday. Braves are in town against Cincinnati. Holy Grabbing Sports later on, and we got everything going on. Flounder's funny. We got it all. Look out.
Miss any of the show? No sweat. Grab your Extra 106.3 app and listen to show replays whenever you want. Download the Extra app now for Apple and Android by searching for XTRA 106.3.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPSETC.com.
I've actually changed my routes I'm going to and from work to get away from merging places because I see so many stupid fender benders, even though I know I'm protected if someone smacks into me with David Van Sant and Van Sant Law. Honestly, I see them, where the bad things can happen, and if it's not your fault, are you going to argue with somebody, or maybe have David Van Sant could argue for? We love insurance companies. We've all used insurance companies, but they have their tables and charts, and they don't want to pay any more than they think they have to because they're going to look up this stuff. Well, David Van Sant used to work for him, and he knows how complicated insurance policies are. And I've had examples of this before where they said, no, this means this, no, that means that. I don't want to argue with him. Have David Van Sant do it. He used to work there. He knows the stuff ins and outs. It's complicated. First of all, take care of yourself. Don't get in a fight over it. But again, if there's an issue over something that, this complication may be something you have to get an extra rental car for a couple of days, or that part was delayed, or whatever it is, don't mess with him. Let David do it. And the bottom line is, if you don't get paid, he doesn't get paid. You are number one. Here's a number: 855-GA-INJURY. Online, VanSantLaw.com.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Storms, heat, humidity, your home takes a beating down south. Southern Exteriors was built for this. Now they're offering 10% off any job or 12 months, 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug. I know the team at Southern Exteriors personally. They do things the right way. Roofing, siding, windows, gutters, anything to the exterior of your home, they do it all. Call Southern Exteriors today or visit them on the web. It's 877-9-SOUTHERN and southernexteriors.co.
My name is Patrick, and I'm the Military Outreach Manager at the Warrior Alliance. I served in the U.S. Army as an airborne ranger and deployed to several combat zones in support of the global war on terror. Veterans bring excellence through our work ethic, skills, and civic duty. However, transitioning to civilian life can be difficult, as we all share a loss of purpose when leaving the military. Returning veterans have earned and deserve our support so they can thrive on their journey home. The Warrior Alliance understands the challenge and is helping warriors navigate to success after service. Join us in changing thousands of lives for the better. Donate today at thewarrioralliance.org.
Attention warriors, are you a veteran ready to navigate to success after service? Tune in to the Warrior Alliance Network. Join us as we spotlight inspiring stories, provide essential resources, and connect connect you with a community dedicated to empowering veterans. From career advice to health and wellness tips, the Warrior Alliance Network is your go-to hub for post-service success. Tune in Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. on Extra 106.3. Join us on the mission, the Warrior Alliance Network, where warriors thrive together. Visit us at thewarrioralliance.org for more information.
Here we go. It's all good. Rally time, baby. 436, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, Monday, 106.3. That's We, the only news talk radio station in Atlanta that doesn't really suck. Pretender, sir.
Trying to find me.
Chrissy Hind
I'm standing in the middle of life with
got
my
married
friends behind me.
to Simple Minds singer Jim Kerr. Chrissy was in a horse-drawn carriage in Central Park in New York City. Got married in 1984 and got divorced in 1990. I guess she found somebody better after 6 years. That's kind of a record low. Let's see, our birthday list. It says here, Tina Yothers, 52, the true star of Family Ties. Now, I know Family Ties, but I never watched Family Ties, so I don't know Tina Yothers. She was obviously a young kid because she's 52, and now it had to be 40 years ago.
I believe she was the youngest. She was the blonde.
Aha. Tina Yothers, Family Ties, is 50. Now, which one was that? Was that Michael J. Fox?
Yes, he was Alex P. Keaton.
Oh, okay. I remember now. I was thinking of something else. Oh, I watched that occasionally, where he played the geeky Republican kid.
Yes, his idol was Ronald Reagan.
And his naughty sister turned out to be something of a looker.
Lesbian mother.
Yeah, anyway. So Tina Yothers is True Star Family Ties, is 52.
And the dad would later be in Tremors. Remember that with Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward where they were fighting the sandworms?
Oh, Lord.
And he wore an Atlanta Hawks cap the entire movie.
I didn't remember.
Oh, my God, he's wearing a Hawks cap.
I don't remember that. And weren't they married in real life? What's her name, the mother and father?
No. Reba McEntire, that was her first movie, Tremors.
Oh, I mean in the Family Ties.
No, she turned out to be a lesbian later. Whatever her name was, Martha McRae or Mercedes or whatever her name was.
No, what am I thinking of?
She was with remember David Burney?
Yeah.
Meredith Loves Bernie or someone.
Meredith Baxter Burney and David Burney were married. They weren't the ones there?
Yes.
Well, yeah, they were married. Huh?
Yeah, but in their show they were married, not in Family.
Oh, what was their show? I thought that was their show.
Bernie. Somebody Loves Bernie or something.
I thought they were the parents in Family Ties. Okay, I'm totally screwed up. I'm sorry. I'll stop right now. And on this day in 1921, I don't know anything.
You're gonna lose money.
I'll lose everything. I'm not going to bet. I'm not going to bet anything. I'll bet you $80. I always bet $80. That's all I ever have is $80. When I die, they're going to dig me. I demanded $80 on them. I swear to God, Your Honor. Hey kids, what do you leave you? $80.
$80.
You should always have $80. In case you get dumped off in a car somewhere in the middle of the road.
In coin.
Yeah, quarters. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I'm fading fast.
You are. Is there any cocaine around or anything you could do? Or?
Yeah, a little something on a truck there, Flounder.
I got some uppers.
Come back maybe to 680 boys back there. Somebody's coming in late to work
uppers,
or something.
Downers,
real hurry. Something getting ready for the nighttime.
Give a shot at tequila.
Oh, man. 1921 on this day. A date of symbolic importance to its iconic creator, Chanel No. 5 debuts in Coco Chanel's boutique in the Rue Chambon in Paris. Revolutionized the perfume industry and remained popular for a century, starting in 1921 on this day. She was the daughter of a clothing peddler and a laundry woman. She learned to sew where her father sent his daughters to a convent after their mother died. She was 11 and Dad sent her to live in a convent. Her lover, a wealthy textile magnate named Etienne Balsan, set up her first boutique. She was a celebrated clothing designer and socialite, widely popular clothing designs, high-profile romances. Led to the creation of Chanel No. 5. She was vacationing in south of France with a Grand Duke somebody, an exiled Russian nobleman, took part in the killing of Rasputin. Chanel met the perfumer named Ernest Beau. She worked with him on a fragrance to bear her name, challenged to create a scent that would smell like a woman, not like a rose. They added accidentally an overdose of aldehyde, a chemical that helps a scent last longer, which most perfumers did not use because they wanted natural ingredients and fruity scents. Let's see. She settled on this scent, reminded her of soap. A scent took her back to her mother's laundry. Others hold she picked the 5th sample of the batch of Beau offered because of her lifelong obsession with the number 5. She later said the concoction was what I was waiting for, a woman's perfume with the scent of a woman. It would officially debut in 1921. She sprayed the perfume around the table with a party for her friends. She was asked about the scent by every woman who passed by. They said it was cleaner than most of others, more mature, and it's the first modern perfume, recognizable and enduring as Chanel's most famous clothing designs. I don't know if I've ever recognized Chanel number 5. I assume do women even still wear perfume? I don't even know if girls wear scents. Yeah. I haven't held a woman close enough to smell perfume on her.
More disclosure.
I mean,
you probably don't
how freaking pathetic is that, by the way? God,
wait a minute.
Seriously.
Wait a minute. You danced at the wedding.
Yeah, you danced with Veronica at the wedding.
But still, I did not have my face close enough to her neck wherever she might put her perfume. So, plus, it was it was after a long day. I don't know whether she
Not according to this film I have.
Oh my God, I remember that video. That was so embarrassing. That's me. That's all I am. I'm just a one big goof. Oh Lordy.
For $80, I won't post
$80.
that on Facebook.
I got $80 right here. Just in case. Oh, hold on a minute. I got to talk for a minute. I got to blow my nose. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
All right. He's blowing his now good play-by-play. He's bending over to the left. He's getting at both nostrils. A full flush of what's going on here. It's unbelievable.
Oh, speaking of play-by-play, I just got the chills, too. Speaking of play-by-play, I bet you've seen, and if you haven't, you need to, seen the video of the daddy in the stands at the New York Yankees game with his little girl on his shoulders. And a foul ball is going into the stands, and daddy is reaching. He has a glove. He brought his glove. He has his little girl, probably 3 or 4 years old, on his shoulders at the game, and a foul ball is coming that way, and the daddy's getting ready to catch it, and all of a sudden his daughter puts her hands over his eyes. She's sitting on his shoulders, and she closes his eyes with her hands, and he catches it anyway. It's hysterical, and it's making millions of views now. As a guy in the stands at the New York Yankees game, and pretty cool. I mean, it's really pretty fun. And by the way, before I was mentioned earlier. Okay, all right. For the record, again, we have newsy stuff, but again, I got to get this off my chest. For the record, all I've ever said about this silly softball thing is, it would be a fun thing for me as kind of a bucket list to see if I could hit a girl's fast softball pitcher. That's all I said. I'd love to see if I could hit one of their pitches. It might really be fun to try because I love girls softball. I've mentioned this before. I love the girls. I don't care how big they are. They have beautiful hair and makeup and ribbons and bows and face paint, and they cheer and they laugh and they have great time and they do rally. I mean, it's just, what's not to like? Everything about it shows what true American sports is, and girls who are athletic are sexy. That's just the way it goes. And we do that wiggling of their butt before they pitch and stuff. They have that little wiggle. Anyway, so I was watching girls softball, and so all I've ever said was, boy, I wish I could get some girls softball team to let me come up and try to hit one of their pitches. That's all I've ever said. I've never bragged about anything. So this morning, I'm here in the morning show. And there's still, by the way, they have that little Anita Firecracker. What's her name? Angela the Firecracker is on there this morning. Man, that little chick is outstanding. They need to get her in here a lot. I mean, she's freaking fantastic. I mean, she's funny and happy and sexy and smart and quick. I mean, she's got a great sense of humor. Anyway, and so the smart one had her on today because I guess Tug, he's only used like 8 of his softball days and baseball days. They get 12 like softball and baseball days apiece, and so he's only up to number 8. So he'll be back I think tomorrow. Anyway, and then Los I think gets a couple of his soccer day. I'm not sure which with his kids. Anyway, so on the morning show, all of a sudden it's a smart one is saying, oh, Peterson says he could hit like 100 home runs in a row and never miss a pitch on the side. And go, whoa, wait a minute, I never said anything about about this. And now they're talking about having some kind of an outing and giving some kind of a uniform, like a Pokemon thing in a turtle costume or something. Wait a minute now. This is getting way out of hand.
Yeah, there's going to be no costumes or anything like that.
I just said, I don't want to make a thing about it, but I just said if there's some, I would love to try to hit a fast pitch from a girl. That's all. It'd be fun. And by the way, because I was sick all weekend, I did spend some time watching college girls softball over the weekend, and you're probably right. I probably won't even see it. I mean, I saw this one girl throw one of those freaking risers, and there's no way you can hit that ball. I mean, it's just,
I saw an old Johnny Carson Tonight Show where he tried to hit, and this was the
king in his court? King in his court? Oh,
no, this was a woman.
Women's? Oh, really?
It,
yeah.
Not a high school kid, and Johnny couldn't touch it.
Yeah.
And someone else came up, and they brought in Jimmy Wynn, the toy cannon who played for the Dodgers at the time. And the first pitch he missed, the second one he fouled off and said, "That's it, I touched it."
Well, who was it just said? Last week we were talking, and somebody said that a girl pitcher struck out Derek Jeter or somebody, that had no chance of hitting the ball.
Well, they struck out Babe Ruth. There was a female pitcher in Chattanooga that
anyway,
did that.
so again, I believe me, I would never brag about how wonderful I am, although I am the only one in the room who's ever hit a home run at Wrigley Field. Sorry. But again, and Los is going to be, if he brings a baseball and his glove and stuff, I will definitely try to hit one of his pitch, because he was a pitcher, and I guess he's big superstar. And so if he wants to strike me out with a couple of 3 sliders in a row, he's more than welcome, and I'm sure I'll strike out with 3 sliders in a row, or a change up, or a fastball, aim it for my face. So anyway, just for the record, I've never bragged about how good I am about hitting girls softball. I've never tried, but I would like to do it just for fun, and maybe we'll have somewhere you can show up and laugh at me and raise money for the girls team or something. I don't know. We'll figure out something. All right, I'm stalling. 447. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. We got it all, baby, coming up here on 106.3. Happy Monday. Cinco de Mayo. Huh?
Been trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years has already done their hometown homework, like having the very best people, fair, honest pricing, exceptional customer service, and a focus on high-quality work. That's us. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Sometimes new isn't better, like out-of-town home improvement companies invading Atlanta with their inflated pricing and subpar work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's here to tell you about a new company that is changing the way people buy their next pre-owned car or truck. At The Honest Car Guy, they offer a completely transparent way to purchase a vehicle. You pay what he pays, plus a small honest fee. You can choose any make or model. He will search the country for the best deal out there. He'll handle the paperwork, your trade-in, shipping, and even give you the bill of sale. Friends, I've done the research, and this is a buying process that you can trust. Call 844-SHOW-ME1 or visit online at honestcarguy.com.
Hi, I'm Chris Lalamia, owner of the Trusted Toolbox. Got a to-do list a mile long? No problem. We've got the ultimate solution, our Handyman for a Day program. Here's how it works. You get a skilled handyman dedicated to knocking out your honey-do list. Paint touch-ups, drywall repairs, door adjustments, and much more, all done in one day. You want to jump into spring and not worry about your home? Call us now before the rush for your Handyman for a Day, and call us at 770-623-3097 or visit us at thetrustedtoolbox.com. One call, one handyman, one day, The Trusted Toolbox.
Attention Warriors, are you a veteran ready to navigate to success after service? Tune in to the Warrior Lines Network. Join us as we spotlight inspiring stories, provide essential resources, and connect you with a community dedicated to empowering veterans. From career advice to health and wellness tips, the Warrior Lines Network is your go-to hub for post-service success. Tune in Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. on Extra 106.3. Join us on the mission, the Warrior Lines Network, where warriors thrive together. Visit us at thewarriorlines.org for more information.
Sometimes in life, if you want to get to the truth, you have to look at the numbers. Unfortunately, 50% of all dogs over 10 years old will die of cancer. The other 40 to 50% going to suffer miserably from skin issues or joint problems. This is widely attributed to your dog's diet. These numbers are what inspired naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black to create Rough Greens. But here's the good news. With thousands of testimonials and 5-star reviews every single month, Rough Greens is now the #1 all-natural dog supplement in America. They have helped millions of dogs, like mine, stay active and be healthy. And your pup could be next. You don't have to change your dog's food to improve your dog's health. Just add a scoop of Rough Greens. Fetch a free Jumpstart trial bag for your dog today. Just cover the shipping and go to roughgreens.com. Use the promo code BECK. That's RUFFgreens.com. Promo code BECK. You don't have to change your dog's food to improve your dog's health. Just add a scoop of Rough Greens.
No, it's all good. It's all good now. I realized I left all my pills home. Idiot. Here we go. Stand by. Oh, Dr. John and the boys here.
Mama Ruth, you were the queen of the little red, white, and blue.
Oh, my goodness. 1972. Yeah, baby. The first day of the 3-day Bickershaw Festival in Wigan, England. Grateful Dead, Dr. John, Donovan, The Kinks, Captain Beefheart, Hawkwind, America, Family, Country Joe McDonald, Wishbone Ash, New Riders of the Purple Sage, Brinsley Schwartz, and Flamin' Groovies. Oh, my gosh, what a performance there. 1972, ladies and gentlemen. Tremendous. And our birthday list... Oh, I forgot to pick one. Let's do one. Oh, here we go. I've never heard of this name, but I'll bet a lot of you have because I've never watched MTV. I don't think I've ever actually. Oh, that can't be true. I'm sure I've tuned it in to see what the music videos are all about, but I've never sat and watched that I can remember MTV for any period of time. They don't do movies, or do they do movies?
Yes, they do.
Well, maybe I've watched. Maybe I've seen a movie on MTV that I didn't realize. But I don't watch MTV for the music videos.
But they make movies. MTV makes.
Oh, that's
movies.
true. That I know. That's for sure. But the reason I'm saying it is just because our birthday list includes a guy named Kurt Loder, who is 80 years old, and it says here MTV News legend.
Yeah, he did MTV News, and I guess the early 90s.
Well, he's 80 years old, so good grief. And again, I've never seen MTV News.
It was Kurt Loder and what was her name? Tabitha Lasora, I think, or something like that. They did.
I remember that teeny little brunette chick who's still around. Martha Quinn, and she was an MTV chick, right? Wasn't she? She's a little teeny little brunette.
Not sure.
Yeah,
Martha Quinn.
Quinn. Yeah, I used to like her. So that I do. So I do know that about MTV. I remember she was cute.
Lied.
Yeah, I was I'm caught in a little fib. Shut up! I didn't remember. I got nothing. I'm nothing. I'm fading. I'm telling you, I'm fading.
Misremember.
I misremember. It was fake. It was a cheap fake. It was a cheap fake. On this day in 2002. I find this hard to believe, but they say it's true. 2002, Spider-Man becomes the first movie to top $100 million in an opening weekend. 2002. First one, Spider-Man. It had been 40 years since the Stan Lee and Steve Ditko created Spider-Man for Marvel. Their popularity, massive marketing campaign, predicted commercial success, opened in 3,600 theaters. Fared well at the box office, evidenced by the hit Superman and Batman films. They said it was a smart script, generally good acting. Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire, gets bitten by a spider. University laboratory, his girlfriend is Mary Jane Kirsten Dunst, and turns into Spider-Man. The record opening day haul of $39.4 million beat Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And Star Wars in 1999. It took Star Wars several days to get there. And anyway, so the first one to reach $100 million opening weekend was Spider-Man, which is, there you go. And I thought Kirsten Dunst was better. Again, I didn't, in fact, what was the movie? What was it? Was she in either Breaking Bad or Fargo or one of those? Wasn't she in one of those?
She was in a Fargo, one of the Fargos.
Yeah.
TV series.
And then I think she has her own series, or maybe still has it on one of the Netflix things. I could be wrong. I think she was. Isn't she one of the girls? It's a series about women who are taking control of their kids or something. I think I can't remember, but I remember her in the movie Dick. And the movie Dick was the Watergate scandal taken from the standpoint that it was two high school girls who caused it, which is kind of weird. Anyway, 4:54. Holy cow! Let's see a couple of quick things here. Department of Homeland Security slamming the New York Times over a story about a suspect. This is almost too disgusting to talk. I won't give you the facts of it. But a guy on a New York subway went to a dead guy and had sex with his dead corpse. And the New York Times did a story about it and never mentioned the fact that the guy who did it was an illegal alien. They just kind of refused to mention or forgot to mention, didn't report the facts. His immigration status, a Post reported on his immigration status unknown at the time and then followed up the fact that he was in the U.S. illegally. He's come into the country many times dating back to 1998, charged with rape, grand larceny, raping a corpse. The guy just died, apparently slumped over in a seat. So this guy, well, he did what he did. Went through his pockets, looked up at the cameras if anybody was looking. Good Lord. I mean, jeez. And by the way, Donald Trump was asked on last night on the plane, is it true that you offered to send American military troops to Mexico to take care of the cartels? He said, absolutely. It's true because they should be there. They're horrible people, have been killing people left and right. They made a fortune selling drugs and destroying other people. And he said that he told the Mexican president, the girl named Claudia, he said, I'd be honored to go in and do it for you. We'll kill them all. We'll get the cartels destroying the country. They're evil. And she said, no. She said, no, we have autonomy on our own soil, and we don't want anybody coming in here with the things. And Trump says, clearly she's just afraid. She's a coward. There's no possible explanation. If you were running a country and it was overtaken by the cartels, are they just not admitting it? I guess they're just pretending that they're still in control in the government in Mexico. How could you turn down an offer from the America, the world power America, to come in and clean them out? Holy, can you imagine? Oh, my God, would that be? Boy, you think people would... You don't think a bunch of Southerners would sign up for that little trek down to Mexico to clear out the cartel boys in those jungles? Oh, man, would that be fun?
They would admit that they're corrupt and they've lost control of their own country. They'll never do that.
That's right. And that's the only... She's afraid. And they'd probably kill her. If she agreed to that, she'd be dead in a week. And her family and everybody she knows, her entire neighborhood... that's what they do. She's probably scared to death, and probably for good reason. They'd kill her. There's no question. If that announcer, our president's agreed to have Donald Trump come in and get rid of the cartel, oh, please. Oh, my God, the whole Mexico. I've been to Mexico City. I've been to Mexico City. I've lived there for a week doing stories for NBC about the earthquake that happened back in the late mid-'80s, whatever it was. And let me tell you something, man. It's a whole different world. And buildings would be blowing up, and the whole complex down there. Good Lord. All right, 4:57. I've got to so many things. The Lady Gaga concert. Did you see the video? 2 million people. And Lady Gaga concert, they were trying to have teenagers hired to firebomb her concert and butcher a baby as a protest to devil worshiping at the Lady Gaga concert, and caught them before they could pull it off. Holy smokes. 4:57. Flounders. Wow, Flounders funny in there for you, sir.
If there's one thing I would say about everybody, there's a selfishness, I think, to human beings that we just all sort of have. It's just built in there. The fact that community service is a punishment in our society, it's a pretty good sign, Be like,
that's a good point.
Just under prison, you get community service. How badly did you up that you have to help the community? You piece of what did you do?
Piece of crap.
For 30 hours in the next calendar year, you have to help the community? Wow. Glad I'm not you. I bet you learned your lesson, man. Yeah, I tried to get prison, but no, they got to make me help.
Mr. Dimitri Martin right there.
Oh, that's we've heard it before. He's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. All right, 4:58. By the way, our 4 o'clock hour brought to you by our friends Atlanta Safe House. Silly, you need a safe. I trust the camera. I found out the hard way. Atlanta Safe House. They have a showroom in Ackworth and on the web, atlantasafehouse.com. Coming up, they closed the Beagle puppy killing mill. The National Institutes of Health has shut it down. Thousands of Beagle puppies. Wait till you hear what they did to them. 60 minutes.
Fauci.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And he lied about the whole thing, too, and he was responsible for it. Just absolutely disgusting. Donald Trump is calling for a 100% tariff on movies made outside America. 60 Minutes is now trying to paint Donald Trump, who sued him and is going to win a lot of money, as a tyrant over lawyers in America and the legal system. It's all coming up here. And Mike Pence, another smear for the Kennedy family, and Donald Trump all in one. Coming up, it's almost 5 o'clock. Cameron, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. If you'd like to join us on our Happy Monday. 106.3, look out.
Extra every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
A ban on gain-of-function research. On Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump just signing an executive order that bans federal funding for research critics call dangerous. The White House saying the ban will drastically reduce the potential for lab-related incidents involving gain-of-function, pointing to bat coronavirus research being done in China when the pandemic began. The Trump administration is offering money to migrants who self-deport.
Immigrants living in the country illegally who choose to self-deport using the CPB Home app are eligible for commercial flights and a $1,000 stipend under a new program from the Department of Homeland Security.
And we'll work with them, and we're going to try, and if we think they're good, they have, the people we want in our country, they're going to come back into our country. We'll give them a little easier route.
President Trump says immigrants who do not self-deport will not have a path back to the U.S.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House just getting word that Defense Chief Pete Hegseth plans to call for cuts in the number of officers, including at least a 20% cut in the number of 4-star military officers. Israel strikes back at Iran-backed Houthis in Yemen after a missile fired by the rebel group landed at the airport in Tel Aviv over the weekend.
The Israeli military says more than 20 Israeli fighter jets dropped munitions on targets, including the Hodeidah port. Another strike hit a cement factory. Israel's prime minister has promised to hit back at the Houthis' patron Iran at the time of Israel's choosing. In the meantime, a spokesman for the Houthis blamed the strikes on, quote, aggressive Zionist American raids and said they will not affect their military operations against the Zionist enemy entity, as he put it.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal, a senior U.S. defense official, says the U.S. was not part of the Israeli strikes in Yemen as a separate U.S. operation against the Houthis continues. President Trump not commenting directly today on a plan approved by Israel's cabinet to possibly seize all of the Gaza Strip if Hamas doesn't cooperate. America's listening to Fox News.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right a plank. Ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Oh, look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. A shadow of my former self. With Pete Davis and Flounder here on 106.3. Happy Monday. Braves are in town, Cincinnati tonight. And all is well. And in fact, I watched a little bit of Braves over the weekend, and I saw not Freddie Freeman. I saw, it's Freddie Freeman. Good Lord. I mean, what a great, he had another great day. I mean, was he 3 for 5 with a couple of homers again? But I saw our third baseman with the two-run homers who gave us all the runs. Austin Riley. Both of those 2-run homers. And he creamed that first one and went almost 500 feet. He hit that monster out of that thing. Anyway, so it was kind of cool to see the Braves going on there.
I always love it when you do sports right before sports. That's just my favorite part of the show,
well, now people, I mean, it happened, and I was excited. I'm sorry, I didn't think. I'm just.
I'm kidding.
I'm talking about the game, and I'm happy that when I saw that guy, the daddy in the stands, who was trying to catch the foul ball, and his little daughter on his shoulders, and she blocked his eyes, and he caught it anyway. I mean, it's hysterical. I mean, it's just it's just sweet. And for the daddy and the daughter in the ball game and on his shoulders and caught the ball. I mean, if that isn't a treasured moment forever, and it's on TV, which means mean, she'll have it somewhere on a video cassette thing or a digital whatever for the rest of her life. So, I mean, God bless them. I mean, it's a sweet moment, a happy family thing, and it's at the ballpark at Yankee Stadium. I mean, what? There you go.
Well, it's not like the old.
Well, not a real. No, it's not like the that Ruth built. No, but it's still, the bride. Yankees. Anyway, Kimber Pete and Flounders, Cinco de Mayo. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember a single Cinco de Mayo where I had an event or a party that stood out to me. I guess I never really went to any. I went by myself a couple of times and had a horrible, stood around the bar, was screaming and crowded, and nobody could talk, and I couldn't meet anybody and barely get a drink. I mean, so, I mean, unless you're going with friends, if you're showing up stag to try to, pick up chicks on Cinco de Mayo, so good luck to you, I think, probably. Anyway, I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, I think I'll go strolling through Buckhead tonight. Just for the fun of it. And by the way, for the record, it is not Mexican Independence Day. That's in September. It's not a federal holiday in Mexico either. It's a voluntary holiday. But there aren't a lot of celebrations in Mexico. And it says here on this little sheet of paper I have that it's not a big deal, Cinco de Mayo, in Mexico. It celebrates a famous battle and so forth against the French, but outside the country, it's a day of brown pride, celebrations in America, large Latino populations. Although I really do feel that there's such a shame. It is so, the hate in this country against Donald Trump is so bad that Chicago and Philadelphia, I believe, still have canceled their parades. They can't have them because they said they were afraid that federal agents would be infiltrating the parade routes to arrest immigrants. How are they supposed to figure that out? I mean, how would they think that something was going to happen? That agents would be, going on? No, you're an American citizen? Let me see your papers. I mean, how would they think that something was going to happen? I mean, seriously.
Your papers in order?
I mean, what were they afraid of? I don't get any of this. It's just the hate. It's hate.
It's a made-up holiday to buy, sell Corona and Pacifico and Sol and all those great.
But I know, but it's still, it's a holiday. It's a party time, and it used to be just totally harmless. Whoever had anything bad about Cinco de Mayo? You wear, you get green beer. No, that's Patty's Day. Cinco de Mayo, you put a Mexican hat on, and you go to Mexican restaurants and you have fun, you get drunk, and I mean, what's the big deal? And now all of a sudden it's a thing. Because of illegal roundups of immigrants. I mean, oh, God. I mean, what the hell's going on in this country? I mean, hell, first, we can't even watch the Oscars anymore. We can't watch the Emmys anymore. We can't watch Miss America anymore. And now we can't even go to Cinco de Mayo because for fear of roundups of federal agents and Nazis and stuff. I mean, these people are
I'm not
just
afraid
sick.
of being rounded up.
Yeah, I know. They're sick. I hate these freaking liberal dooskas. Yeah, Mexican word of the day, gringo. I had to yell at the car at the light. I said, it's gringo. Sorry. That might be bad. Mexican word of the day, library. I can always tell when my son is lying to me because he doesn't lie very good. Anyway, sorry, bingo bango. Anyway, Kimber Pete and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Another thing about, I was going to say, I have a couple of reactions to some things I noticed, I've noticed before, but particularly over the weekend, about the technology watching a baseball game lately. Boy, if you haven't seen a baseball game in a long time, holy cow, are you going to be flooded with information that you never would be able to get before, which I think is kind of cool. Let's see. The Kentucky Derby. Are you going to talk about the Kentucky Derby at Holy Crap at Sports?
A little bit, yeah.
My favorite part of it, I don't like horse racing in general. The Kentucky Derby I'll watch, and the Preakness, and the three of them. But I don't like local horse racing. I think it's for a lot of reasons, even as a horse guy. But I'll tell you what, the technology of watching the cameras overhead as the horse, great. You've never had those before until modern technology with drones and stuff. And my favorite part is when the horses are brought out with the guide horses leading them to the track, the gate. And those horses, man, those guide horses, they are special because those race horses are nipping them and clawing at them and knocking their necks and stuff. I mean, and those big old beautiful horses bringing those race horses out are, just remarkable. Just remarkable.
How many American jockeys were there in the 19-horse field?
I thought it was 21, but I don't know. Probably
They lost
18.
two.
They lost 2? I didn't know that.
Oh, I lost 2 horses.
Okay, so of the 19, how many American jockeys? Oh, probably 17.
Lower.
14, at least 14 American jockeys.
Lower.
12, I'm guessing 12.
Lower.
How about 0? I'm guessing 0, maybe.
3.
3 out of...
We had 3.
Wow.
How many French jockeys did we have?
Well, now I can't imagine. I don't know. I've never heard of a French jockey. At the three French jockeys?
3 French jockeys, yeah.
I'll be darned. I don't know why I find that unusual. I didn't even know the French have
3
races.
Americans.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, again, and by the way, jockeys, these are not just little midgets. I mean, these guys are athletes, and these guys are usually strong as hell. I mean, if you've never ridden, I've ridden a racehorse. And let me tell you, I mean, those things, I mean, on a track, I've ridden a racehorse on a racetrack. And let me tell you something, they are fierce. And those jockeys, when they're back, I mean, those guys are all muscle. I mean, it's a hell of a way to make a living. But anyway, so it's fun. So we'll talk about that coming up too. All right, 511, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And what's the matter? We
got a couple phone calls.
Excellent. Let's do it. What do you got?
Rick the Painter first.
Rick the Painter, happy Monday. Starting us off on Cinco de Mayo. Rick, how's it going? Welcome, sir. What's up?
Hola, señor.
Cinco de Mayo.
Feliz Cinco de Mayo. ¿Cómo está, amigo?
¿Cómo está, amigo? Double como está.
Muy bien.
Hey, Kieran.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Kieran, listen, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm supposed to tell you this, but I went to the Publix this weekend up there by your place.
Yeah, Publix up where I live.
And, yes, sir.
Yeah.
And that little hottie, that little hottie you talking about up there,
yeah, she's
that little cashier,
yeah.
she's been checking you out.
She's been checking me out? Oh, she's checking me out. The cashier was checking me out, ladies and gentlemen. So she checked me out by saying, yeah, keep moving. That girl's no longer there, by the way, that hot black chick that I was flirting with. And the reason I didn't do anything about it, because she wanted me to retire her. She wanted me to move her in. She wanted to live with me and take care of her. She's probably 28.
Yeah.
So I knew that wasn't going anywhere.
Yesterday, I saw an ad for a radio. It said, radio for sale $1, but volume stuck on full.
That would be interesting.
No, I thought, well, I can't turn that down.
Good, turn that down, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Volume stuck on full. And Flounder, I'm sorry, do we still have another caller?
We got Rod on the horn.
Hey, Rod, how's it going, man? Welcome. What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. What's happening?
Listen, I just wanted to give you a call. I know you guys don't follow NASCAR that much, but I was watching the races last night or yesterday.
Yeah.
And at the Texas Motor Speedway, they had a 100-year-old World War II veteran.
I saw that. Wow.
Did you? Wow. I thought that was great.
Yeah. I used to follow NASCAR, and I don't know what happened. I don't know whether it's the time of day I can't watch anymore.
They thumb their nose at Southern.
Well, I think something happened. And I don't get it. I don't understand it. I mean, it feels like I'm left out, and I was never a race guy, but still, I kind of miss. And I'd rather watch NASCAR. I'd rather watch NASCAR than that FS1 stuff or whatever it is.
I'm sorry, that's what's running the world now is F1.
I know. Anyway, Rod, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, and by the way, was it who went over to see the 100-year-old veteran in the stands?
Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman, during the ball game, went over. There was a 100-year-old veteran in the stands at the ballpark, and Freddie went over there and chatted with him, had a nice talk, and that was a classy guy. It was good to see Freddie, and I'm glad he's doing well, honestly. In fact, they're now calling him, future Hall of Famer.
He's not doing well. He's doing better than he's ever been.
Yeah, I know. I don't get it. You bastard. I mean, he has that funny swing, too. He has that arm extended swing. I've never seen another batter with that extended follow-through arm swing like he has. Have you seen one like him?
Yeah, I'm trying to think who
I've never seen another hit of that extended.
The inside out of that much, yeah.
And the arm's extended at the end, which is it's very. I mean, the angle of extension. There's something about it that looks a little different.
Like David Justice.
Olerud.
No, I don't remember Olerud.
John Olerud, maybe.
I can't remember him. I remember the name.
Fred McGriff, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Crime Dog. Anyway, 5-4. Well, the rest of it's coming up. Holy crap! It's sports. What an intro lead in with Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder right here. 106.3. How you doing?
Extra, Neil Bortz, and The Kimmer Show are all online for you anytime at thepodcastpark.com. Plus all of Extra's exclusive podcasts like Ben Burnett, Janelle King, and so much more. All at thepodcastpark.com. Presented by Associated Credit Union.
Military veterans are eager to transfer their skills and experiences to civilian life, but lack trusted connections to expedite their path to success. That is, until they meet the Warrior Alliance. The Warrior Alliance goes the extra mile to reach veterans in their communities so they do not have to take this journey alone. With over 40 partners across 10 service areas, your donation goes a long way toward achieving maximum impact for a veteran and their family. Go to thewarrioralliance.org to donate today and commit to helping the Warrior Alliance change thousands of lives for the better.
Flounder here to remind you that Mother's Day is Sunday, May 11th. Make sure Mom knows how much you appreciate her with a sparkling gift from Solomon Brothers Jewelers. And they're also giving you something you and the whole family can enjoy as well. Solomon Brothers is giving you a free Big Green Egg grill with qualifying purchase courtesy of Fix-It Ace Hardware. Shop our selection of diamond tennis bracelets, diamond stud earrings, classic pearl style or vibrant gemstone jewelry. Solomon Brothers' large selection means you'll be sure to find something on her wish list. She deserves the best, and why not get something for yourself while you're at it? When other companies are raising prices, Solomon Brothers is giving you more, including a free Big Green Egg from our friends at Fix-It Ace Hardware in Roswell, Peachtree Battles, and Chastain. For details on how to claim your free grill, visit Solomon Brothers Jewelers in Buckhead or Alpharetta. Online at SolomonBrothers.com. Solomon Brothers is the preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves.
Want the truth about shopping for new floors? Big box stores might have flooring departments, but Empire Today has flooring experts. There's a huge difference. At a big box store, you might be getting help from someone who's in flooring today, but was stocking toilets yesterday. With Empire, you'll work with a dedicated flooring expert. We bring the store to your home, help find the right floors for your lifestyle, and answer questions. All while you view hundreds of samples with your own furniture, decor, and lighting. You'll get an all-inclusive price estimate and can schedule installation as soon as the next day for in-stock styles. That's Empire's Home Floor Advantage, working with experts who specialize in one thing: flooring. For a limited time, use code RADIO to get $500 off your contract of $3,500 or more when you call or visit EmpireToday.com. That's $500 off with code RADIO. You know the number.
800-588-2300
Today. Offer may not be applied to sales or combined with other coupons, discounts, or savings. Terms apply.
There's a tidal wave of clean car happiness sweeping across Braves country. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is your go-to car wash destination for a game day ready ride. Experience Major League Clean at Tidal Wave, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves. Stay clean car happy all season long with membership discounts, exclusive giveaways, and more. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for details.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
You protect your physical health by choosing your doctors carefully. Protect your financial health by choosing an attorney carefully. An accident can be very costly. You want to receive the compensation you deserve. Call Van Sant Law. My friend David Van Sant will take care of you, trust me, very well. The number is 855-GA-INJURY. The website is vansantlaw.com. In the event of an accident, it could be the most important phone call you make.
Sequoia National Golf Club is located 45 minutes west of Asheville, North Carolina, and nestled among the oak, fir, and flowered valleys in the heart of the Great Smoky Mountains. Owned by the Eastern Band of the Cherokee, this Robert Trent Jones II design offers an idyllic 18-hole journey filled with panoramic vistas on every hole, beautiful landscapes, and a fun mountain golf experience. Enjoy a relaxed lunch or afternoon beverage on the outdoor deck with 180-degree views of the Great Smoky Mountains. The surrounding community also provides golfers a welcoming environment that is rich with Native American culture and exciting year-round attractions. Sequoia National Golf Club is just 4 miles from Harrah's Cherokee Casino Resort and just a short drive from Atlanta. Experience a fun afternoon of golf with your friends or stick around for an epic stay-and-play weekend. Experience mountain golf at its finest and then go hit the casino floor. Book your tee time at SequoiaNational.com. That's SequoiaNational.com. Experience the majesty and beauty of Sequoia National, mountain golf at its finest.
Life is unpredictable.
But when trouble comes, you need a team you can trust. At Ace Second Chance Bail Bonds, we've been helping families for nearly 20 years, providing fast, professional, and discreet service. With 12 locations across Metro Atlanta and Birmingham, we're available 24/7 to get your loved one home, quick and with care. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT, or visit atlbail.com today.
All right, a quote I found interesting, that nothing so sacred as honor and nothing so loyal as love. Wyatt Earp said that. Cinco de Mayo. Look out, Kevin Pete and Flounder, 520. Oh, now sponsored by RB Bev Alpha. It's Holy Crap at Sports with Pete Davis. Oh, man.
1-2, and Riley charges one up, soaring high into the heavens and disappearing into the seats. And the Braves take the lead on the 2-run homer by Austin Riley.
Ben Ingram on 680 The Fan, and then the Mississippi Masher liked it so much he did it again.
1-1 to Riley. And Riley hits another one deep to center field, to the wall. Off it goes! His second home run of the game, and he's breathing fire here early on this Sunday night versus the Dodgers. 4-0 Braves.
Braves get two-run homers from Austin Riley. That was all they needed to nip the world champion Dodgers 4-3 in Truist Park last night. Bryce Elder began the game by striking out Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, he struck out 5 of the first 6 guys. It was unbelievable. It
only
great.
won the rest of the game.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Yeah. Bryce went 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 earned runs while walking 2 and striking out 6 to improve to 2-1. In fact, against the Cardinals and the Rockies and now the Dodgers, he has really stepped up.
Yeah.
Really stepped up a lot. Pierce Johnson, the hold. Raciel Iglesias picked up save number 6. Dustin May, the loss for Los Angeles. Lots of great defensive plays on both sides last night. Ozzie had a good one. Conferdo out there in left field had a good one. Eli in right field had a good one. It was a good night for it. Tonight, the Reds come to town for 4 games. Well, not all tonight. The 4-1 Brady Singer, a right-hander for Cincinnati, against the 1-2 A.J. Smith-Shawver. The Braves in 4th place in National League East, just percentage points behind the Nationals, and Cincy in 2nd place in NL Central, 3 games behind the Cubs. Beat writer David O'Brien tweets that Ronald Acuna Jr. continues his rehab down in Florida and will be examined one more time by a surgeon in L.A. before being cleared to begin a rehab assignment. There's no timetable yet. Tonight, Sean Murphy will be behind the plate and batting 5th. Michigan football coach Sharon Moore has taken the annual Jim Harbaugh 2-game vacation. It seems to be becoming quite the thing there up there in Ann Arbor or wherever it is. Moore suspended for 2 games for the upcoming season, part of the self-imposed sanctions by the university for the Connor Stallions advanced scouting scandal. Yeah, they cheated.
Yeah.
They cheated to win the national championship, but that's what we got there. The 2027 NFL Draft will be held on the National Mall in Washington, D.C., where we'll all get to see Arch Manning drafted.
Well, now, you think that? Well, that can't. Who probably, maybe. I bet you could gamble on whether he's going to be the number 1 pick. I'll bet somebody would take odds on that.
There is already odds out for the last 2 years about when he could be.
Yeah, but still, that's why I don't gamble. I don't.
That's it. Mike Tirico had to abruptly leave the Kentucky Derby broadcast Saturday due to he accidentally ingested some nuts.
Yeah, I saw it.
Insert your own joke here.
Yes.
Thankfully, Mike is okay. Yeah. He felt better that night, but I don't know what he did, but he ate something. Sovereignty came in from behind to hold off favorite journalism. I know you say that journalism is dead, but it did survive the race.
He did come in so. And
Baeza came in 3rd.
And the heritage on those racehorses, every one of those 21 horses originally in the Kentucky Derby is a direct descendant of Secretariat.
Let me take that out here.
Now, you weren't going to say that. You were done, you liar. You were done. You weren't going to say that. Oh, I'm sorry. It looked like you were done. I'm sorry. I'm trying to help.
That's okay. This is a tag team. That's how we do things. Barstool UGA tweets, last season, Missouri basketball went 0 for 19 in the Southeastern Conference. This season, Mizzou baseball is currently 0-24 at the SEC.
Cool, man.
That's why we let them in. That's a combined 0 for 43 against SEC opponents from 2 seasons. So
why would they do
my mind about letting them in?
Well, why would you do that if the conference has no chance? I mean, are they ever going to be competitive?
Yeah, they went to the damn college football Eastern Division title in the SEC like 2 years in a row.
All right, well, I don't know anything.
Because everybody else was down 2 years. Yeah. Sad news from the world of sports. The Babylon Bee reporting a pro disc golfer has been disqualified after testing negative for cannabis.
By the way, have you ever watched a pro disc golf tournament?
Yes.
Those guys and girl are amazing. I mean, it's really, really pretty interesting. If you've never seen one for a few minutes, it's kind of cool.
In fact, I was watching a tournament the other day in Memphis, and every one of the disc golfers in that tournament was descended from Secretariat.
It's unbelievable story. Incredible story.
Romantic about baseball posted this nugget of joy. Nolan Ryan's earned run average was 3.09 the year the Beatles released the White Album. It was 2.91 the year Nirvana released Nevermind.
Okay, so it went down with Nirvana from the Beatles.
No, he was playing when the Beatles were playing, and he was playing when Nirvana was playing.
Get it. So so that would be a long time.
That was a lot. 1968 to what? Early 90s.
90s, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Mets color analyst Keith Hernandez catching a little flack for saying he didn't know if he could call a long-time baseball play a drag bunt anymore.
Because of the word drag?
Yep.
Oh, but Keith Hernandez said that? Please. I mean, come on, Keith.
You and your 1973 porn stash.
Oh, I'm just going to say, good grief, yeah. He's in Seinfeld, for God's sakes. You know, anyway, whatever.
He's entertaining to listen to.
Yeah,
He's
I like the guy.
Correct.
He's all right.
Today in sports history, May 5th, 1913, American League President Ben Johnson suspended George Stovall, no relation to Stovall Landscaping Supply in Canton, I hope.
No.
Indefinitely after the Browns manager spit tobacco juice into Charlie Ferguson's face.
Oh.
The umpire had tossed him out 2 days before, so they lost to the Naps at Sportsman's Park.
Oh.
He had to send the umpire a letter of apologies before they let him back in.
I would think so, yes.
1955, the musical Damn Yankees, based on Douglas Schwab's novel The Year the Yankees Lost the Pennant, opened on Broadway. Comedy set in Washington, D.C. during the Bronx Bombers' dominant baseball run in the 1950s, told the tale of an aging Senators fan's bargain with the devil to help his hapless team. It's a good movie, by the way. I've seen the movie. The movie starred Ray Walston as the devil. What role is Ray Walston most famous for?
They played with the little Martian kid, or the little from outer space thing. And the little boy with a beanie cap or something. I can't remember. It had a little machine monster or something.
The Mississippi native was Uncle Martin on My Favorite Martian.
My Favorite Martian, yeah.
Amazingly, both were descended from Secretariat.
Incredible link is just fantastic.
1973, 99th Kentucky Derby. Ron Turcotte aboard Secretariat won in 1 minute, 59.4 seconds, the fastest Derby ever, or as Alexa likes to call it, the Derby. All 19 horses, and I think they had 21, and I think they had to cull 2 of them. Not cull, but they had to take 2 of them out for something. And, of course, that's where I was going to say that. But
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. 1999, while the Rockies were spanking the Cubbies 13-6, they did something only 2 other teams had done in the 20th century. What did they do?
They batted around with nobody getting out for 2 innings.
Kind of close. It was offensive. Yeah. Colorado became just the 3rd team to score in every inning of a 9-inning game in the 20th century.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow, think about that.
1964 Cardinals did it against the Cubs. The Giants scored in every frame against the Phillies in 1923, and that was it, just 3 times.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that is
That's
amazing.
Just amazing. 2015, Mitch Harris became the first grad of an Indy military academy to get a Major League victory when the Cards beat the Cubbies at Busch Stadium 7-4. The 29-year-old Redbird rookie right-hander, the first Naval Academy midshipman in 94 years to appear in a big league game, sailed through a scoreless 4th inning in relief to notch the historic decision.
Wow. Well, it's very rare to have an athlete in a military academy because, of course, they don't, that's not what they were known for. So,
well, was that the Spurs center, therefore.
Yeah, and didn't Joe Bellino, or what is his name, the Navy running back? He was a pro. Roger Staubach. I mean, there have been a few, but there aren't many. Yeah.
2007, 133rd Derby. Calvin Borel aboard 9-2 favorite Street Sense, won on his home track in front of a special guest. Who was that special guest?
And what year was this?
2007. Big race fan.
Princess Di.
Close. Queen Elizabeth II.
I'll be damned.
And an unceremonious end to one of the greatest Ravens careers, Baltimore's released kicker Justin Tucker parting ways with NFL's most accurate kicker ever. He's being investigated by the league for sexual misconduct. The 35-year-old Tucker, who kind of had an off year this season, has been accused of misconduct by 16 massage therapists from 8 different high-end spas. What is it about NFL players?
Why would you even want? Just go to a spa that does that stuff. I mean, don't do it legitimate ones. I mean, what are they thinking?
That's what Cheshire Bridge is for.
How hard is it for a professional football player to get a little something special? I mean, seriously. Yeah. I would think you could pick up the phone and call almost anybody that, was on your guest list and say, hey, come on over. I need a little something. Okay, fine. Just for the gift bag. I don't know.
Or clear it with her beforehand. Are you going to narc on me if I ask for something here?
But why would you even take the chance? It must be like stealing. It must be just the thrill of getting away with it or shocking the girl into doing it when she doesn't want to. I don't get it. There's got to be some kind of thrill in like sneaking. I don't know. I don't. I mean, it's pathetic.
I don't know. It just brings back memories of geisha houses in Tokyo.
Well, again, that's another bucket list. It's either that or try to hit a pitch by a girl.
I try to forget a lot of that.
Well, I think I've just had much luck going to Japan. 5:31, Kipper, Pete, and Flounder.
You got a yen for it.
I got a yen. Oh, that's my cheesy. Love you a long time. Look out. Here we go.
Morning Extra from 6 to 10. Glenn back until noon. Clay and Buck from noon to 3. And the Kimmer Show on your ride home from 3 to 6. Plus Jesse Kelly from 6 to 9. And Jimmy Vela from 9 to midnight. The voices you need all day with a conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes. After that transformation, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Hey, it's a Kimmer. A great smile can make you more successful as well as make you happy. Yes, it's true. And your smile's waiting for you at my dentist, Dr. Dina Giesler, my friend for 30 years and dentist forever. This woman at Atlanta Smiles, atlantasmiles.com, the dentist with the doggy. It's really true, whether it's just regular cleaning or bridges or crowns or are your teeth bothering a little bit, maybe a little ache or something, or your gums it's not going to get better on its own. Take it from me, I found that out the hard way. Taking care of your teeth and gums and everybody's happy. And by the way, you can relax with Dr. Dina. This is an individual, private VIP experience. The latest technology. She used AI to get my last thing done at my last visit. And don't forget the doggies, a little doggy to take a nap in your lap while you're getting your work done. And this staff, these ladies are angels, I promise you. You'll love going there. A veteran herself, Dr. Dina, 10% veterans discount off the top. Tell them when you call. 404-262-7733. Your smile's waiting. Get the doggy, atlantasmiles.com.
Hey, it's Mike with Atlanta Painting Company. Right now, save 10% on any paint job Atlanta Painting Company does for you this spring. Atlanta Painting Company is still Atlanta's biggest family-owned and run painting company, and we are passionate about making your family's home look great. Whether it's a fresh coat of paint for one room or an entire exterior makeover, Atlanta Painting Company has you covered. So get in touch. Head to atlantapaintingcompany.com to save 10% on any paint job this spring. Atlanta Painting Company, the painters you can trust.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's here to tell you about a new company that is changing the way people buy their next pre-owned car or truck. At The Honest Car Guy, they offer a completely transparent way to purchase a vehicle. You pay what he pays, plus a small honest fee. You can choose any make or model. He will search the country for the best deal out there. He'll handle the paperwork, your trade-in, shipping, and even give you the bill of sale. Friends, I've done the research, and this is a buying process that you can trust. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1 or visit online at honestcarguy.com.
May in the A is here, and your Atlanta Braves have some incredible matchups and promotions in store. The Nationals come to town May 12th through the 15th, and the amazing giveaways continue with the Marcell Ozuna bobblehead presented by Delta on May 14th, and yes, his head and his arms bobble.
A walk-off home run by Marcell Ozuna!
Fans can look forward to some unbeatable deals during May, including $1.99 hot dogs, $3.99 Miller High Life beer, $10 tickets, and $10 parking. And make sure to stop by the Braves Clubhouse store sure to receive 50% off City Connect on-field caps and additional styles available while supplies last. Then the Padres come to town May 23rd through the 25th for a series built by the Home Depot to round out May in the A. On May 25th, it's all about the kids, with Kids Club Day celebrating Georgia families and 2 kids giveaways. Visit Braves.com/May in the A to check out all of the fun and great deals this May. Atlanta Braves baseball, we are Braves country.
Hi, this is Bruce Hagen.
And this is Matt Hagen.
And at Hagen Law, family matters.
We're not just lawyers. We're a father and son team committed to providing personalized legal representation for our clients.
And it's important to me that we are a family-run business. If you've been in an accident or injured, make us your first call. We treat every case with the care and attention it deserves.
With over 50 years experience of helping people, we are here to guide you every step of the way through your personal injury case.
Hagen Law is a family firm where family matters, and we're going to treat you like your family.
You can find everything you need to know at Hagen-Law.com.
The Morning Extra, starting your day the right way. Weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m.
Every single day, I'm waiting on my Trump victory because every single day there's something that occurs where I just go, that got him. And that's the weird part about what's going on.
Can I give you something that might be today? This was in the New York Times, and it says Trump's new deputy FBI director has it out for the, quote, scumbag commie libs.
Yes.
That's exactly right. She didn't write that headline for us. She has no idea that that's exactly what we voted for and exactly what we wanted to hear. She has no idea, dude.
She's busy thinking that's some sort of detriment.
Yes, of course. She thinks.
I am an idiot going, yes.
No, you're not an idiot. See, that's the thing. She's the idiot. That's why everything is trending in the right direction.
He hates communist scum. All right, pretty cool.
Yeah, count me in.
Sounds good, brother. I'm right there behind you.
I love that idea. Dan Bongino, thank you.
Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station is Extra 106.3.
5:36. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder and the Kinks on your Monday. 1967. The Kinks released Waterloo Sunset as a single. Peaked at number 2 in Britain. Ray Davies, the Kinks singer and songwriter, said the song was originally entitled Liverpool Sunset after his love for Liverpool and Mercy Beat. I don't know what Mercy Beat is.
Mercy Beat was Gary and the Pacemakers, the Beatles.
Oh, I used to like them. Gary
Mercy
and the Pacemakers.
River. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, I used to like Gary and the Pacemakers. Let's see. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Our birthday list includes Hannah Davis. Hannah Davis is 35. She is a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model.
Oh, yeah.
Hannah Davis married Derek Jeter, and they have 4 kids. They have 4 kids. Good. I had no idea. Good for them. Let's see, we got a game coming up here. On this day in history, Pete Davis, a little sports thing here for you. On this day, 1904, 37-year-old Cy Young pitches the first perfect game in modern Major League Baseball history. The Boston Americans beat the Philadelphia Athletics 3-0. He struck out 8 of the 27 batters. The rest was good defense. The whole game took an hour and 20 minutes. Now, for the record, check this out. That was in 1904. The rules changed in 1893. Before that, there were 2 perfect games by pitchers Lee Richmond and John Ward, perfect games in 1880. But here are the rules in 1880. It took 8 balls to walk a batter, not 4. 8. And the distance from the pitcher's mound to home plate was 45 feet. Holy moly. I mean, anyway, so by the way, Cy Young with this actual perfect game was the beginning of a 45-inning scoreless streak. And by a couple quick things here. To throw Cy Young off his rhythm, volatile athletics pitcher Rube Waddell, a future Hall of Famer himself, ran his mouth to Cy Young before and during the game. According to legend, when Cy Young struck out Waddell to end the ball game, he yelled, "How do you like that, you hayseed?" And the second thing about the first perfect modern game pitch was apparently one of the more notable superstitions that began on that day. Avoiding a pitcher throwing a perfect game in the dugout. In the 6th inning, realizing that Cy Young was on the verge of history, his teammates stopped talking to him to prevent the future Hall of Famer from losing focus. And that's apparently where it started. And I've always thought that was kind of funny, but I guess pitchers like it. I mean, they don't, it's a thing. Anyway, I thought it was kind of cool. Cy Young, by the way, finished his 22-year career with 511 wins, 94 ahead of Walter Johnson in second place. Wow. And the Cy Young Award honors the game's best pitcher. And it was given to best pitchers in the National and American Leagues, both in 1967. It used to be the best pitcher award. Cy Young was only given to one pitcher out of both leagues.
Yeah.
Until 1967. Finally somebody said, wait a minute, that's just stupid. I mean, it didn't make any sense. And someone
It's
finally
two different
said,
leagues,
yeah,
two different ways of playing.
Absolutely. It's a whole different thing. Anyway, a couple of quick newsy things. We've got a game coming up. Governor Kemp says he's not running for the Senate. That's a major thing. He says he's not running for the Senate. He's ready to kind of step aside. Also, the student loan default. There are 43 million student loans in America from these students who didn't pay your loans back. $1.6 trillion in student loan debt. And it's due today. The notices go out. You're now part of a collection agency. If you owe student loan money, you just got a notice starting today that the collection agency is coming after you. Anyway, for the record. Now, it's 5:40 already. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder on... Flounder's gone. There he goes in the back there. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder on the Happy Monday. Braves in town with Cincinnati. A 4-game stretch. What do they got? A doubleheader coming up someday? Oh, no. This week? You said Cincinnati for a 4-game stretch.
Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, okay. I was hoping it wasn't a doubleheader like on Wednesday or something. Stayed the night. Wake up here in the morning. 5:41 game time. Pete Davis, a little something here. What you got there, sir?
All right. What is a glabella?
Glabella is a giant cooking dish, I would think. No, I don't know that. What,
it's a space between your eyebrows.
Well, I didn't know. I've never heard that phrase or that word.
All right. What is petrichor?
Petrichor?
Petrichor.
Petrichor would be the hardening of the toenails. Almost positive.
Hardening.
I don't know.
When it becomes a chore to pet your pet?
No, the way it smells after rain.
Now, so who made up a word to spell? How are you supposed to know how it smells after rain unless, it depends where it rains. If it rains on a hayfield, it's one thing. If it rains in your lawn, it's another. If it rains on a cow pasture, it's another. Anyway, it's fine.
What
okay.
are you, the game lawyer now?
I'm just saying. By the way, speaking of tone, on my phone, just popped up on my phone. You know the name Nicole Saphir? She's a Fox News contributor, doctor. She's very famous. She's on all the time on Fox News, especially with the talk about pandemics and the vaccines and all that kind of stuff. So she's very famous. Pretty girl, Nicole, I can't remember the stupid name now. Saphir, Nicole Saphir. A picture just popped up on my phone of Nicole Saphir wearing a very pretty dress, sitting on a stone wall with bare feet.
What has that got to do with anything we were talking about?
Well, because I mentioned the toe thing. But I mean, how does that happen? I don't understand this. And then all of a sudden, these pictures keep popping up from famous people. How do they get them to take their shoes off? How did somebody take Dr. Nicole Saphir, as a famous Fox contributor? Let's get a picture now. Let's get those kinky little shoes off. I mean, that's just unbelievable.
From now on, every time you're going to go out of your way to make a foot reference, we're going to have to hear you go off these photos.
I didn't do anything. Why are they doing this to me? I just got one from Keira Knightley, just like 4 minutes ago. Keira Knightley with no shoes on.
One more word here. It has nothing to do with shoes or feet.
Thank God. I'm over.
What is an aglet?
An aglet is a baby duckling.
Okay, I lied. It's the plastic or metal casting at the end of your shoelaces.
I just got a picture. I swear. How could they get Dr. Nicole Saphir, the prestigious doctor, scientist, say, let's get one with kick those silly little shoes off. I mean, it's unbelievable. And they post this stuff.
We got breaking news. Jared Curtis, a top quarterback in the 2026 class, is committed to Georgia.
Oh, excellent.
So,
this could be a very interesting summertime to see who the starting quarterback is. That guy Gunner or whatever. I mean, this could be really interesting. And who's the guy who left us? He still has one more year left, doesn't he, or doesn't he? Down in Miami
Carson
or whatever.
Beck down in Miami at least one more.
Anyway. Excellent. Well, thank you, Pete Davis. 5:44. Can repeat and flounder. Sorry. I'm definitely fading. It just starts in with a dizziness. That's, it's just it's got one of these kind of things. So it could be fun. No, everything is fine. Everything's fine. And by the way, once again, I'm going to brag about Donald Trump. He did it again. He had a meeting where he was announcing with the football commissioner, who what's he get, like $40 million a year or something? This guy, 20.
It's a lot.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. So he was announcing that they're going to, like Pete mentioned in sports, they're going to have the NFL draft in 2027 at the American National Mall in Washington, D.C. And Donald Trump announced that he's going to be part of the ceremony. I assume he'll be there, but I don't know what that means. Maybe he's being called out today. I don't know. But anyway, but here we go again. And then afterwards, Donald Trump said, let me take your questions. And he just opened it up again. I'm telling you, it's basically every single day, Donald Trump, as president of the United States, does something in public to make an announcement or make a policy or do something, and then he opens it up to answer any question somebody asks him about anything. I mean, it's please think about this the next time you think about the last 4 years and what they did to us.
President goes in and tries to hide like Biden did, I don't think
the
press will put up with it anymore.
I'm telling you, the first thing I said when I saw Donald Trump, day after day after day, I said, this man has just changed the way we're going to elect presidents. I'll bet you that the American people will never again pull in that, that hiding, afraid to answer questions, or like when they said, when Carmela Sidepiece was asked questions about, I remember the time, it was a perfect example about what Democrats do. Somebody asked her, do you believe, because the border crossings was an issue, they said, do you believe that people who sneak into this country illegally should be charged with a crime? A crime, the word a crime, charged with a crime. And she said something like, well, certainly because of our border policies, there should be consequences for those who come in here without proper credentials. Consequences. All that means is they might get a nasty letter. And the press didn't let her go with it. They didn't say, no, I said crime. Should they be charged with a criminal offense? Not a civil thing, not a nasty letter, and not a note in your freaking mailbox or something in your permanent file. They say, are they charged with a crime? And they wouldn't answer the question. They asked her for economic policy. Well, we'll stop all the raising the prices too high. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I mean, oh my God, these people. And they got away with it. We felt the people fell for it until Donald Trump again won the. Thank God. I mean, think about how close we came. Like 3 or 4 states, 20,000, 50,000 votes in 3 or 4 states, she would have won.
She only won cities. Most of the country voted for Trump.
If you look at a map, I love when they put a map up of the red counties and the blue counties. If you go by county, now the big cities, New York, Boston, Chicago, L.A., the San Francisco, she's going to win all those millions of votes. But if you look at the counties, it's like, there are 3,500 counties in America, I think, something like that. Trump won 3,000 of them, and she won 500. I mean, that's what kind of a landslide it was. That's what it meant to the people who live here, not just in the big cities. Anyway, 5:47. Got them late. Sorry, boys. Another Holy Crap, it's Flounders Funny coming up here. And me fading quickly, but I'll be here till 6. That's all I promise them. I'm not paying a fine like last time.
Get connected to Extra 106.3 on all your favorite apps. Then download ours and stream the station across Georgia. We're live online at extra1063.com. Stream live video from the studios on YouTube. And of course, Kimmer, Bortz, and your favorite Extra shows in crystal clear digital on the Extra 106.3 app.
Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House. Now that President Trump has unburdened us from what could have been, our country's finally headed in the right directions. But the Democrats are screaming and yelling and losing their minds. And unfortunately, the bad guys are still here and they want your stuff. Thank you, Joe Biden. And customers are still reporting break-ins and thefts of their hard-earned valuables. Don't wait till it's too late. Get a quality safe from the Safe House. We carry the largest selection of safes in the Southeast. And remember, gun safes are sales tax-free at Atlanta Safe House. So give us a call or go to atlantasafehouse.com.
Convenience is defined as the state of being able to proceed with something with little effort or difficulty. Well, at RBM of Atlanta, we embody this philosophy. Meet our Mercedes-Benz pickup and delivery service. It gives you back time and money. Does your Mercedes-Benz need service? If so, we'll pick up your vehicle that's requiring service from your home or office and bring it back to our dealership for the required service. With over 100 appointments available every weekday, over 50 appointments on Saturdays, and more than 2 200 courtesy vehicles in our fleet, we're here to serve. We'll work around your schedule. We're here to save you time, energy, and money. RBM of Atlanta is a J.D. Power 2023 Diamond Dealer of Excellence for the customer sales experience and Georgia's only 9-time Mercedes-Benz Best of the Best winner. We're proud to be Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz connection since 1964. Pickup and delivery service restrictions do apply. Ask your service coordinator or service advisor for details.
An investment in your home is something that will pay off in the future, but it's something that you can enjoy right now. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. A beautiful new garage door, entry doors, and windows are an investment you can love every day, and they will increase your home's value, energy efficiency, and curb appeal. All Four Seasons, trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years, exceptional customer service, and high-quality work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garage. A
lot of us have a 401k, but many of us don't know what we should do with them as we get closer to retirement. I'm here with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, what would you personally recommend?
Well, Kevin, what we recommend is when you separate service from your employer or when you turn 59 and a half, you need to look at what your options can be, because within a 401k, you're getting payroll deduction, you're getting a handful of different options, but it's very limited because a 401k is a one-size-fits-all for everybody in your company. Well, what we do when we have options to go outside the 401k, even while you're still employed, you can continue to contribute, but you can move those into different and better options than what you have within your 401k. And so we want to be able to run our 401k x-ray, be able to show you exactly what it is you are doing within your portfolio, and then see what your options are outside of that to improve your circumstance.
Because, Evan, let's be honest, retirement, this is not a one-size-fits-all answer, right? These are individual, personalized plans you're going to put together. Everybody's situation is going to be different, right?
Of course. And so, the 401k gives you a limited set of options because that is what has to be available to the client. But outside of your 401k, you have thousands of options that are often a lot more custom and tailor-made to your personal needs.
If you'd like more details, pick up the phone and call Evan Ward today and the team at Atlas Retirement. They are standing by to answer your questions. 678-736-7799. 678-736-7799. Pick up that complimentary 401k x-ray, or you can get more details online today. It's atlasretirement.net. That's atlasretirement.net. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Here we go. It's the Beatles.
Jojo was a man who thought he was a loner, but he knew it couldn't.
It was 1969. The Beatles single Get Back, released in America. John Lennon claimed in 1980 that there's some underlying thing about Yoko in there, claiming that Paul McCartney looked at Yoko Ono in the studio every time he sang Get Back to Where You Once Belonged.
Jojo.
Oh, my God. Jojo. Yowie. Yoko Jojo. Oh, my goodness. Beatles 1969 in that song. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230. Our birthday list includes, you don't know the name, I'll bet you, Lisa Eilbacher is 68. Lisa Eilbacher played Jeanette Summers on Beverly Hills Cop. Well, with that very funny Eddie Murphy thing, and she was also an officer and a gentleman. In case and Chris Brown is 36, the singing guy there. Oh, also, have you ever watched Mad Men? The guy who played Pete Campbell on Mad Men is Vincent Kartheiser, is 46. He was also Jonathan Crane, the Scarecrow on Titans, whatever that is. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. Just in, the Babylon Bee says, Bill Belichick's girlfriend leaves him for Lou Holtz. Well, that's an incredible... I mean, what? And by the way, that story is now growing. I mean, there's almost a new angle every day about Bill Belichick and what marketing people do and what he used to do I mean, it's unbelievable. It's still growing. And I can't imagine what's going on at UNC and when we get the football season starting and summer camp, stuff like that. I mean, what the hell is going to happen to the campus?
He better win, because if she's sticking her fingers in every pie there and they lose.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, college kids, I wonder how they're going to if they treat him and her with respect. If something negative happens and what the stands could, the booing and the people and I don't know, I could get ugly. Let's see, 5:54. Come up, Pete and Flounder. A very important day in history in 1961. Navy Commander Alan Shepard Jr. launched into space aboard Freedom 7 space capsule, the first American astronaut to travel into space. Lasted 15 minutes, 116 miles into the atmosphere. NASA established in 1958 after Sputnik 1 in 1957 from the Soviets went ding, ding, ding all over the world. The superpowers racing to become the first country to put a man in space and get him back to Earth. The Soviets did it with Yuri Gagarin. NASA continued to trail the Soviets, and then in 1969, in July, they took the giant leap forward with Apollo 11. On February 5th, 1971, Alan Shepard, the first American in space, became the fifth astronaut to walk on the moon with Apollo 14. And by the way, Alan Shepard, during his flight on this day in 1961, the first one, was asked what he thought about as he sat atop the rocket waiting for liftoff. Alan Shepard replied, "The fact that every part of this ship was built by the lowest bidder, everything is A-OK." And that's where the phrase came from, they say. Although somebody said there was actually one of the NASA public affairs officers who misquoted him, that it's A-OK. But either way, that's where it came from 1961 in the space flight with Alan Shepard, first American to get into space. By the way, one quick thing I didn't mention before. I don't like this at all. Donald Trump apparently is planning to change the name of Veterans Day. November 11th will now become Victory Day for World War I. And then he posted that May 8th will be the day that Nazi Germany surrendered. May 8th will be Victory Day for World War II instead of VE Day or Europe Victory Day. So wait a minute, what happened to Veterans Day? I wasn't in World War I. I wasn't in World War II. So what? I don't count anymore. And again, I'm no freaking war hero. But for God's sakes, I mean, what the hell? I'm taking away Veterans Day? I mean, can we have one lousy stinking? No, you know what? Screw it. I don't care. Screw it. I've had my stuff with the VA. They just, whacked me over, screwed me out. Vietnam cost me a whole bunch of stuff, and frankly, that's fine. Everything's done. I don't give a crap. America doesn't care about our veterans, So, I mean, every once in a while, thank God for the people who do. But basically, America doesn't. You just don't want to be bothered. We're just sort of, we just shh. Unbelievable. 5:57. Jeez, I've blown the whole freaking day here, man. I'm sorry, boys. I'm just fading. But in case you missed it, if you haven't checked this out, look for the video. The chilling moment when a humanoid robot, a factory in China, was in his darkness, and they turned on the switch and brought him to life. And it says black robot, is attached to him. I mean, it made the fact that he was black. I'm sure I should mention that. A violent black robot started swinging his arms and trying to get out of the harness, and he's totally into a rage, lashing out at the guys by the computer, trying to duck another guy backed around the counter. Somebody finally went behind the scenes and unplugged him, and he went silent. But the robot went nuts. Here we go. And one said, "Oh, gee, I can't wait for the first robot-human war. I guess nice to know the robot apocalypse can be stopped with a small crane hoist for now, if you can just unplug it." Yeah. Oh, my God. Have you not seen this video? It's here we go, man.
You think it was upset because it was tied down?
Yeah. Founder's funny. What's up, sir?
I asked my wife if she was attracted to one of my friends, and this went poorly. But not in the way I anticipated it going poorly. Actually, I was like, "Hey, my friend there, are you attracted to him?" And she goes, "I'm not really attracted to guys based on the way they look." Really? I was like, that is the meanest thing. That hurts so bad. I'd rather you tell me you fantasize about him every day. You just undid me on like a molecular level. Don't get me wrong, I was always confused, but I thought you were into this. I thought this was your thing. But I don't know, I'm very specific. I'm very niche. But I thought this is what you wanted. I thought you were like, you know what I want out of a guy is I want a guy who like looks like he reads comic books and is hard to push over. That's what I want. I want him sturdy and nerdy. That's how I want him.
Who's that, Flout? A very funny guy.
It's Mr. Dustin Nickerson.
Dustin, we've heard him before. Very funny individual. I love the family stuff with the wives and stuff like that. Like they get along. That must be nice. It's coming up on 6 o'clock. Pete Davis and Flounder tomorrow. Boys, we do it all over again. Hugging and sweetness. Hugging and sweetness. Christine, sing me home, baby. I gotta go. You're killing me. Herb. Cinco de Mayo.
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 1063.